one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future. But I've had to analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say over the last few months. I've gone through a lot of soul-searching and agonizing moments, and I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead, and some of the old optimism was a little superficial, and now it must be tempered with a solid realism. And I think the realistic fact is that we still have a long, long way to go, and that we are involved in a war on Asian soil.
The white power structure to slow down that struggle for freedom and human dignity uses tricks. 100 years ago, they could do it with chains. Today, they use tricks, and one of the tricks that they've invented is this token integration, to get Negro, so-called Negro leaders to accept a few token crumbs of integration that don't solve any problem for the masses of black people in this country whatsoever, but it does make the hand-picked Negroes be satisfied to slow down the cry of the masses. And a good example of that is as soon as the spirit of rebellion or revolution began to spread among the masses of black people in this country, and they began to take an active part, and they showed that they weren't confined to this nonviolent approach, then the government or the power structure began to sit up and take notice. And now, as you said earlier, the president is talking about new legislation and to put it, take it out of the streets and put it back in the courts. Well, as long as it's in the streets, it's in the hands of the masses of black people who will not compromise or who cannot be bought out. But when you put it back in the courts, then that puts it back into the hands of the hand-picked Negro leaders who will allow the judges and the other persons that are involved in this white power structure to slow them down. It's only a trick. And as long as the masses of black people are involved in the struggle for freedom, not integration, but freedom, and respect as human beings, respect as men, and show that they're willing to die to be respected as men, then the power structure sits up and takes notice. But as long as this mass element is led, and when I say led, I use led in quotes, actually contained by Uncle Tom Negro leaders who hold them back, who tell them turn the other cheek, and things like that, then the white power structure isn't worried at all. They're only worried when they know that the masses of black people are ready to explode, and in exploding it will destroy some of the furniture in their house, and then they react accordingly.
You don't scare Negroes today with no badge or no white skin or no white sheet or no white anything else. The police the same way. They put their club upside your head and then turn around and accuse you of attacking them. Every case of police brutality against a Negro follows the same pattern. They attack you, bust you all upside your mouth, and then take you to court and charge you with assault. What kind of democracy is that? What kind of freedom is that? What kind of social or political system is it when a black man has no voice in court, has nothing on his side other than what the white man chooses to give? My brothers and sisters, we have to put a stop to this. And it will never be stopped until we stop it ourselves. They attack the victim. And then the criminal who attacked the victim accuses the victim of attacking him. This is American justice. This is American democracy. And those of you who are familiar with it know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me. Democracy is hypocrisy. If democracy means freedom, why aren't our people free? If democracy means justice, why don't we have justice? If democracy means equality, why don't we have equality? Who are you? You don't know? Don't tell me Negro, that's nothing. What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? What was your name? It couldn't have been Smith or Jones or Bunch or Powell. That wasn't your name. They don't have those kind of names where you and I came from. No, what was your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you as dumb as you are right now? Why? Because the white man knows you're more dangerous sober than you are drunk. Yes. You are more dangerous sober than you are drunk. He's not worried about no dancing, singing, clowning Negro. He's worried about you when you stop dancing, when you stop singing, when you stop clowning and start thinking. Then he gets worried. And you should keep him worried.
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. Oh, shouts out to Raw in the building. Shouts out to my brother Bakari, my brother Anthony, Realm in the Bush, y'all. I appreciate y'all for listening. You know what I'm saying? And since it's y'all in the building, you know, if y'all want to have an opinion, I want to show some, you know, but if y'all want to have an opinion, or say something, then I'll put the link in the chat, you know what I'm saying? But I'll try to go through it quick so I could put the link in if you want to, you know. But I do have to say this, right? Because sometimes I do be pissing myself off, but this time I don't know. I don't think it's my fault, right? Because like Ross said, that instilled the fear into them, right? Because I know that I say, yeah, I'm not hard on the coons like that, you know what I'm saying? But do you know why? Because like I could understand, like I see and I understand it, you know what I'm saying? The problem to me is like the ones who y'all say is the unknowing, yo, that pisses me off, you know what I'm saying, the most, right? Straight Negro politics, which most of us is. Right. And that's how we in the situation. That's why we're like weak now as a collective, because I don't think that is ignorance or nothing like that. I think it's fear. You know what I'm saying? We act like straight bitches at the end of the day. I had to say that because it is true. You know what I'm saying? For on a collective level, you know what I'm saying? And this is how we maintain and stay in the. It's like my brother MG2, he put it in a good way. He was like, yeah, the brother, he was on there. It was well said. Like y'all are very well said, but the problem is y'all ain't saying nothing or talking about nothing. Like at the end of the day, we straight forgot. Like this is like the real world. It's like like reality. You know what I'm saying? There is no such thing, right? And this goes for like me too, you know. But this is the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like no like piece of paper, no none of that kind of stuff, right? Is going to ever change that. And the only way is to end like the hatred, the self-hatred, and the disbelief that has been beaten into our and made us and made into Negroes, you know what I'm saying? And the coonship has been thoroughly installed in us when we go to school. Like all of us didn't, like I know for me, I'll speak for me. Right? I didn't know any better when I was younger because I didn't personally have nobody there to teach me, you know what I'm saying, the truth about, you know, whatever. But anyway, let me do this, right? Because I want to show you something first before I get into it, though, right? The actual Negro politics. Now they wanted me to show this, right? But I was like, the other day I was like, yeah, I don't want to show nothing negative and stuff like this. But I had to show this real quick. All right, so I'm gonna show a couple things to you real quick, and then because it goes into what we're talking about, right?
Stand up.
Now I know y'all seen this thing with this cop. Now even I was talking to people like that I know, like even they was like outraged by this. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing, right? Because I understand when you be like, yeah, we're not, because we understand the problem when we think that somehow, right, it's gonna be like the Grinch or something, like they just grow a heart or something like that. That's not how psychopathy works. You feel me? And that's why even when you see one, it was not the we shall overcome marching and dancing. It was let's burn every damn thing down to the ground, right? 1967, they burning the city, country down, right? 1968, they killed Martin Luther King, right? They killed him, and then they do it again, and then 1968, you have all of these other people coming in, and that's the whole point, to keep you. But anyway, they wanted me to show this, right? And and the point is, like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about it?
Stand up. Right there on the front of the car. Stay still.
I ain't doing I got gun right there. I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah.
Now, dude at my job, he was like, yo, it looked like she was like, and I'm gonna say it because, like, I forgive you, like, oh yeah, it looked like she was like getting wet off this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like it was turning her on, you know what I'm saying? Like, because this kind of stuff gets you on, but it's this how they probably beat the fear into your into the first place, you know what I'm saying? But like, what are you afraid of if you see this because you're so damn docile and all this nonsense?
Stay still.
I ain't doing I got gun right there. I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying what you saying. Oh yeah, I'm not, oh my God. Okay. Down. Oh my fault. Oh my God. Oh God.
Oh, you got it. All right, so okay, I'm gonna play it because this brother is crying and shit.
You want it again?
No,
Shut the you was big and bad.
Now that's the truth. This is how it went down. Like, y'all think that this is a game when people be talking about it. Like, this how we get so spooked out, because all of that clone, that's like straight coon stuff. Like, and like, it's some of the stuff we give a pat. Like, I'm like, even in my family, you know what I mean? Like my people will call me a damn racist, you know what I'm saying? But they understand like racism and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? They understand it's wrong when we get killed by the police, but they call me a damn racist for saying what I say because they believe in love and all these fairy tales, and that so spooked out. I don't get it. Oh, I do get it, because like maybe in our fantasies they love us, you know what I'm saying? But this is the reality of the situation.
You want it again?
No,
Shut the you was big and bad. Shut your
He said, oh, you wanted it again? You so big and bad? Shut your B word up. You know what I'm saying? She was getting off on that, damn. I don't know which one that I have. Oh yeah, let me see. This is the brother right here.
When you realize a recipe is just one gift you can...
About to kick some Negro politics, you know what I'm saying? Instead of some black man politics. And that's why, I appreciate at least my brother Bakari showed a positive brother who did something, you know what I'm saying? But this is the 85 percenters, you know what I'm saying? And if I was a 5 percenter, I'd be like the 85 percenters, even though it's probably 95%, you know what I'm saying? And it's probably 3 and 2 or like a 1% of people who even understand when it comes to it.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying we just saying, oh yeah, I'm not. Oh my God! Okay.
For many, this video is hard to watch. Who you see there is 24-year-old Micaiah Washington being hit with a stun gun by a reformed police officer while handcuffed and lying across a patrol car. The officer bond.
A felony charge for trafficking fentanyl was dropped and his bond reduced from $500,000. ABC 3346.
So he got charged with trafficking fentanyl. He was changing the tire. But, and they dropped his bond, so I guess that's good
spoke
news.
Exclusively with Washington about this ordeal. Cynthia?
Pam, Washington says he is still shaken by the whole incident and cannot bear to watch that video. Washington said he was tased once before the video recording and fell to the ground. He explained he was on the side of the road at first, just changing a flat tire, when the reform officer pulled up and asked to see his ID. Washington says he complied and respectfully asked why he had to show his ID. He was doing nothing wrong. Washington told the officer he had a gun, which he was legal. Washington believes he would still be in jail.
That video really traumatizing for real. Like, I can't watch that video. Like, I don't even like to really think about it. Honestly, like all the Facebook posts and stuff. Like, I try
to be honest with you, it should be like that movie, what is it, Clockwork Orange or something, where they hold his eyelids up to watch it until he's strong enough to break out of the chains and do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, we could keep playing it on replay. Or better yet, where's your child? Is they old enough to do it yet?
And like all the Facebook posts and stuff. Like, I try to stay off social media.
I was heartbroken to see a young man like that, especially when he started crying. When you heard that, I think it broke everyone's heart to see the disbelief, the pain, the torture that he was enduring, to see how the officer was.
All right, so I showed that one. All right, now check this out. Now this is one that we definitely, because this is a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Of whatever we talking about. Now I could have showed this before too, but I did not. You know what I'm saying? But this is definitely a conversation that we're gonna have to have. And this was a pastor, right? And he got, speaking of tased, you know what I'm saying? Tased to death.
An Atlanta deacon died after police tased him after a traffic stop in August. The officer was fired, but as Atlanta Now News reporter Valencia Jones shows us, the deacon's family says that's not enough.
It was murder. Murder. Not passed away. Murder.
The family of 62-year-old Johnny Holman, joined by attorneys and community supporters demanding justice.
Justice for Johnny Holloman.
Justice for Johnny Holloman. Blaming Atlanta police officer Kyron Kimbrough and tow truck driver Eric Robinson for.
Now look at this. This is a brother who's thinking he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Who, is practicing Negro politics. You know what I'm saying? And he said, and you know what I'm saying? He just, tried to imitate one of them. You know what I'm saying? But you can only imitate them.
And tow truck driver Eric Robinson for Holman's death in August, adding to a long list of names organizers say represent a culture of bad policing.
We asking D.A. Willis to call for their arrest, to have them prosecuted to the fullest extent.
Body cam footage released the day before things.
And see, this is Negro politics. If y'all missed it, that was that quick. This is what we do as Negroes. You know what I'm saying? We act like we begging. You know what I'm saying? We crying, please, 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 please. The very people who do this to us, please stop doing this to us. Y'all missed the whole Negro politics to this part. This ain't even
to call for their arrest, to have them prosecuted to the fullest extent.
Body cam footage released the day before.
Yo, what up, Shanique? Yo, I was just thinking, because I was like, I ain't seen you and Ever for a minute. Yo, what up, Shanique? Yo, it's crazy, right? When I was like teenagers, right? Like one night, like me and my friends was just chilling, like at the park, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling. And the police ran up on us, you know what I'm saying? And the one there who pulled his damn gun out, talk about get out the car, get out the car. Like, we chilling, like just young teenagers, you know what I'm saying, old enough to drive type thing, you know what I'm saying, chilling at the park. They're like, yo, get out the car, get out the car. The black dude got the gun in the hand, you know what I'm saying, hype as hell, more hype than everybody else, because it's that mentality to prove you're different from them other Negroes, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole problem. That's one of the things that is involved in the whole Negro thing, because you think that you're different somehow from them other Negroes. So we go extra hard to blend in or try to prove ourselves or anything like that. And so then you get these situations with these black cops like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is a whole nother situation, right? Because this is something else that happens. You feel me?
Body cam footage released the day before Thanksgiving showing Kimbrough tasing Holman during a physical struggle while
what up, Buana?
attempting to arrest him. After Holman refused to sign a ticket, video also showing Robinson kneeling on Holman's neck. The medical examiner ruling Holman's death a homicide.
When we have a homicide, what ensues after that? Arrest. There have been no arrests.
What happens, we usually hold the press conference. Now, if you go back, this is not to be funny, right, to like 1950 something, like Mamie Taylor, Emmett Till's mom, she gave the same press conference that you're giving right now, and I don't think that we even know that this is like weakness, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it is, you know what I'm saying? Because we like, yo, what's gonna happen? We know what the hell is gonna happen. Why? Because you don't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not to put it on Young Jock, because it's on all of us, you know.
There have been no arrests.
Kimbrough was later fired.
They say that the only thing he did wrong was not call a sergeant.
Supporters referencing the police-involved death of George Floyd.
Since they want to be Derek Chauvin, then go ahead and arrest them like Derek Chauvin. If we don't stand for something, we're going to fall for anything.
In October.
Yeah, she tried to say what I said, but she not meaning it the way I mean it. Right? Anyway, yo, this is another one. Y'all remember when we was talking about the sister who got shot through the door, right? So they had the trial thing for her. I just wanted to show y'all this real quick because I just saw somebody put it up. I didn't even know. But so this they moved the trial back for her. And of course, just like that brother who was changing his tire, she got out on a lesser bond than him.
County woman charged with shooting her neighbor during an argument will go on trial next summer.
Susan Lawrence spoke in court for the first time in months as prosecutors and the defense met before the judge. West 2's Tony Adkins has the reaction from the victim's family and from their attorney about what happens next.
Susan Lawrence is set to face trial during the final week of June 2024. That'll be more than a year since A.J. Owens was killed. Lawrence made an in-person appearance today, and so did Owens' mother, facing the woman who shot her daughter nearly 5 months ago.
I needed to see her. I needed for her to see me.
Today's hearing was short, but the judge and both parties found a window for trial. Today and tomorrow were initially supposed to be pre-trial conference days, with jury selection being set for November 13th.
You've made a decision that it's in your best interest to waive your right to a speedy trial? Yes.
Now the timeline for this trial moves to next summer, where the state says it will be ready, and the defense says it's working to be in the same position.
It's not like a whodunit. It's not like a cause of death question. The question is whether it's self-defense or not self-defense.
Anthony Thomas, the attorney representing Owens' family, says he was looking forward to trial starting this month.
Well, we were prepared for a November 13th trial. This is something that's been on the court's docket for quite some time now.
Owens' mother says the pain hasn't gotten easier to bear for any of the family.
Grandchildren at best are coping. Just the other night, my granddaughter went to sleep crying herself, literally, with tears in her eyes, calling for her mother, repeatedly calling mommy, mommy, mommy.
Despite how tough it is, she says she plans on seeing this process through to the end.
I had to be here. I had to be face to face with the person who changed our lives forever.
With the trial set for.
All right, so okay, I'm not gonna say nothing disrespectful, but I just wanted to play that. Okay, so yo, let me play this to talk about what we're gonna talk about, which is Negro politics. Let's get into some Negro politics. This is how y'all got to this is y'all Negro, because every day I work on de-Negrofying myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in there, but I mean, hopefully we can learn to talk about more than football. This is a good thing that they even talk. I even have people in real life that would be willing to talk about it and not be like, "Oh, you racist" and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. Like, yo, I know brothers in real life that they might keep it on the low, but they be on some like but anyway.
You read about slavery in history books, but reading the wills of slave owners, you see how they really treated their slaves like property, handing them down from one relative to another. Back in the 1800s, that property included slaves.
Handing us down from one generation to another.
That property included slaves. Fulton County Chief Probate Court Judge Kenya Johnson showed me wills her office discovered from back then where slave owners wrote what should happen to their slaves when the owners died.
It is my will and declare that all my Negro slaves divided into 5 lots. I bequeath to my daughter, Margaret.
Said when I die, all my Negro slaves, you know what I'm saying?
To my daughter, Margaret.
Give it to my daughter.
My Negro woman, Jen, of dark complexion, and all of her children, to her and to her heirs forever.
Judge,
give to her and her heirs forever, right? And perpetual means forever. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's never. I mean, that's why they create the Negro, to keep you in the situation.
Her and to her heirs forever.
Judge Johnson had her staff go through the wills to see what slave owners did with their slaves when she realized she had documents before the Civil War. Says it's one thing to read about it in history books, another to see and touch the actual records. Staff found one will that caught them by surprise. A slave owner wanted his more than 30 slaves paid and sent back to Africa when he passed.
When they start to Liberia, in the event I die before they start to Liberia, $100 each.
All right, so look, she said, so when he die, all y'all can get $100 and y'all can go back to Africa. So, you know what that means, you know what I mean? But I had to play that.
Have you tried the #1 cleansing oil?
Set it up. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, out in Cali. That's what's up. Check this out, right? So this is what it is now. He's gonna let y'all know what's up
What
now.
they won't show you on mainstream media is this video over here. What they really didn't show you is that behind the scenes, they recruited hundreds of Africans from allegedly Malawi to come to this dangerous, unsafe zone to help them with the agriculture, which I find super ironic, given the fact that you have
I'll let this white man give a
give them
speech to y'all.
overalls and tell them to go work in the field.
Welcome you to Israel. I just came this morning from Israel. The country needs you. What you are doing is not simple. What you are doing have a lot, a big say to the people of Israel. You are coming in this difficult time to help us to work on the agriculture. You know, Israel is a country where very important for us, the agriculture.
And you Negroes, thank you, you Negroes. You come at a time of war to do our chores for us. All right, this is a big job for you Negroes. Thank you.
Israel is a country where very important for us, the agriculture. And I feel a lot of similarity with Malawi.
So obviously the president of Malawi is getting a lot of backlash.
Because he said something else.
To the people of Israel. You are coming in this difficult time to help us to work on the agriculture. You know, Israel is a country where very important for us, the agriculture. And I feel a lot of similarity with Malawi.
I don't know what the hell be wrong with Negro politics. Now this one I want to play this, okay? I'm gonna play this, all right? Because I don't want to talk about this, but it's the black people that was really like kind of pissing me off. But in this one, it's also right because we kind of think, because we give a pat, and this is the dangers of this like this half breed situation.
Is a student organization celebrating a lynching of an African American male free speech?
Who's gonna?
All right, so he's talking
embracing
about
us
this
and
shit
saying we
here.
stand with you the way you stood with us? Jews died for their cause. Where's the history?
And we talking
Side by side with the Jewish people. What a lot of people don't realize about Martin Luther King Jr. was that he fought side by side with the Jewish people against anti-Semitism, and the Jewish people fought side by side with him as well. And not only that, but Dr. King was a Zionist. He's someone who fought for the right for Israel to.
He said that man was a Zionist. By the way, yo, they shot Martin Luther King in the face, yo. They shot him in the face, yo, and this is one thing that we gonna have to get off, right? Or yo, because this is a part of it too, you know what I'm saying? Because they are just like every other group of white people too, you know what I'm saying? Like us thinking that there is maybe some good white group out there, this group may be all right, this group might be good. There's no such thing, right? They're all Europeans, right? They do what Europeans do. And it's just with the shysters, right? They would lie, like you'll have them on video. They'll be like, oh, that's not true, and it's anti-Semitism. And with the redneck, they'll just deflect, like, oh, but what about black on black crime? That's the difference between them. But they still do the same stuff.
Exist, and I think that is so important, especially as we see people more.
Matron, shouts out the matron in the building.
More and more look at Zionism as such a negative thing because they only hear
negative
parts of it and don't understand that you can oppose things that are happening in the Israeli government, but also believe in the Jewish homeland and believe that.
This is irrelevant and it's interesting that you're here because this mulatto situation. Now, this is a half black, half shyster. She's half of a shyster and half black. You know what I'm saying? And this is the issue because this dual allegiance that exists, you feel me? Like
this video is going to be about the weaponization and tokenization of black folks and black and Jewish folks.
I was like, at first I was like, oh, is this white girl talking? You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you. Now, because like you can like clearly she's like but that's a whole nother conversation. We're not even gonna get into that today, but
as it relates to reiterating a certain politic around the crisis happening in the Middle East right now. Why was I scrolling through my feed the other day when I see this post?
They probably got a picture of blackface together, her and Drake.
Amy Schumer receives a response from MLK's daughter after sharing footage of his support for Israel. And the videos that Amy posted were excerpts where MLK is saying that Israel has a right to exist, that it must exist, and that he is going to always fight against anti-Semitism. In response to Amy posting those Israel's bombing of Palestinians to cease, for hostages to be released. It's important to keep in mind that when MLK made these statements, this was in the 50s and the 60s.
By the way, okay, so let me do this because this part is kind of irrelevant, but that's why I played this part of Martin Luther King, right? Just to let y'all understand what, because we actually have the hindsight of like the last 50, 60 years. That's why I don't blame them from things that we should have learned since then, right? This is the word. Let's let Martin Luther King, because we would be able to know what he said if they didn't shoot him in the face, right? So, and I don't want to get shot in the face, so I'm not going to be on the hold hands, all right? He wanted to hold hands and they shot him in the face, so I'm not going to do that, all right? That doesn't work.
One day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has in many points turned into a nightmare.
Damn.
Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future. But I've had to analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say over the last few months. I've gone through a lot of soul-searching and agonizing moments. And I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead, and some of the old...
Many more is an understatement. But anyway, I just had to play that real quick.
So during the heyday of Black and Jewish solidarity and relationality.
Okay, so this is the thing that Now, apparently, like the Palestinians and the Israel people, from white Israel people, was holding hands in solidarity for black everybody but black, because it might have been, because I ain't see no black people out there, so it might have been all non-black people out there, right, doing them. When the Black Lives Matter was like burning, I didn't really see black people doing all of the burning and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of white people. From what I've seen, and I've never actually met a black person from Black Lives Matter, but I was talked to a white dude from Black Lives Matter on here, so, or he claims to be. So let's hear from this half, or this, I guess y'all would call her a Negro, but she studies this coalition that existed, right?
Important to keep in mind that when MLK made these statements, this was in the 50s and the 60s, so during the heyday of Black and Jewish solidarity and relationality, versus the 70s and the 80s, so obviously after his assassination, when what was the Black and Jewish alliance slowly started transforming into the Black and Arab alliance.
Wait, what the? So y'all just the shysters for the Arabs because the Arabs are much better? That's Negro politics for you, I guess. What's going on, Black Maggots?
Because the Black American community was and continues to be deeply critical of Zionism and its weaponization against Palestinian peoples. This is all detailed in Mark Dollander's book, Black Power, Jewish Politics, would highly recommend.
Anyway, this is what she decided to post on her Twitter in defense of Israel.
Love to use my skin color as an excuse to talk shit about my country. We are so in shock seeing a black person supporting Israel. Let me tell you something. When I say I stand with Israel, I mean I stand with my right to exist. I stand with my family and my friends. I'm a Jewish woman. And the fact that you didn't even know there are Jewish black people living in this earth is insane. And I was never converted to Judaism. I'm not adopted. I saw someone ask me in the comments if I'm adopted. No, I'm not. I was born Jewish to a Jewish mother. My mother, she's also a Jewish woman. She also was born to a Jewish mother, and all the way back. People are talking about how poorly black people are treated in Israel and saying, well, they don't even like your girl. What are you doing there? Let me tell you something. When my grandparents lived all the way in Ethiopia, they were literally hunted and chased and hated just because they were Jews, just because of the religion. I live here in Israel.
Let me tell you something. When the Arabs was chasing everybody, they didn't care if you was a Christian, an atheist, or a Jew, or just like it's just like what the Christians here. They changed their rules to Christianity to be able to enslave. They're not supposed to enslave another Christian for life. That's why black people at first tried to get baptized to say that they were Christian and file freedom suits. And so they changed the law and changed Christianity as a whole to be like, well, except for Negroes, right? And so oftentimes, like, we're gonna often try to identify with something else to get away from the truth of what is, right? And it's no different. They was taking every damn body. They didn't care what you believed in. That's just how the Arabs roll. And I'm gonna play it before I say something like messed up that's gonna go to a whole nother.
Ethiopia, they were literally hunted and chased and hated just because they were Jews, just because of the religion. I live here in Israel my whole life and I never felt hated. I never felt hunted just because I'm black. It's insane, right? And I know a lot of people are gonna comment, go back to where you came from. But this is exactly what I did. I came back to where my Jewish ass belonged to.
Oh, I gotta play this side of the Negro politics before I get to the mulatto check.
I've been hearing from some black people that they're being challenged to not support our Jewish friends during their time of crisis, during the terrorist attacks, and during this war that's being launched between Israel and Hamas. And I'd like to just say that I think this is a horrendous mistake, and it's not fair, it's not right, it's not just for black people to withhold their love and their empathy and their compassion from the Jewish people, because we wouldn't want that happening to us. We have the history, we've been through this before, we still feel that pain and feel that suffering. We are best equipped, maybe more than most, to show our love and show our support for the Jewish people right now. And if you're caught in this,
Bukhari, you are most equipped to show your love. You know what it's like, Bukhari. You know what it's like. Well, you don't know what it's like, but
more than most, to show our love and show our support for the Jewish people right now. And if you're caught in this choice between doing something, showing love or not showing love, showing support or not showing support, I would just encourage you today to reach out to your Jewish friends if you have.
Yo, matron, this is Bakari brother right here.
Some, and if you don't have any, definitely lift up your prayers, and let's pray that this ends in a way that's right, that's just.
All right, so yo, okay, whatever, dude. Like, yo, this okay. So I really only played this because this mulatto chick here, who feels like, oh yeah, because I'm a mulatto chick, right? But this is a whole nother thing, right? But still, you know. Really, it was just pissing me off to hear Black people like be so like damn ignorant and docile and like weak and giving so much of a damn about everything other than your damn self, like, and wonder why we have been enslaved for hundreds of years, and because you are so damn weak, it just makes no sense whatsoever. But anyway, we can sleep our way out of it and then produce this kind of.
And I want to illuminate them. I can't bite my tongue anymore. So let's start with the Jewish community. Question: is our support for racial equity contingent upon the politics of a single organization? Because that's what it's starting to feel like. You probably saw that some BLM chapters posted this graphic that unequivocally agree with one another on everything all the time. If you don't know how to
all right, so this is her talking to, saying the things to get you Black. Oh yeah, girl, you like, yeah, tell them, sister. Tell them half a sister. Yeah, well, okay, I'm gonna let her tell it.
Jewish people helping Black people. Absolutely not. It was reciprocal. We were collectively fighting for our shared liberation. I don't know what to tell you. You don't, because that doesn't make sense to me. Your feelings about the organization can change now, but why would you do this to say, hey, we marched with you, now you have to march with us? Coalition building and so do I understand why Black folks feel like that sentiment is transactional? Yes, I do. Also, and I feel like this gets lost and it drives me absolutely bananas, but as someone who studies Black and Jewish solidarity for a living, I hate the way it gets.
And now that's a quick profession, right? Because all of these people who talk about this history, please cite an example other than George Floyd, because that's not historic and that's actually inaccurate. Because I literally showed a video on here of like the shysters in the 60s saying, oh, the hell with them Black people. And if any Jewish person helped them, we made sure that they got locked up and they stayed their ass in jail until they learned their damn lesson, right? Because I literally showed that video about how that's not true. And they're always going to use that, like the Schwerner and Goodman thing, you know what I'm saying? But like, yo, so there's only two shysters in the last 70 years or 59 years, 60, how many that helped Black people. And like Khalid Muhammad said, I don't know why they were there, and you don't know why they were there.
Framed as Jewish people helping the struggle. What was the Black and Jewish alliance was transforming into the Black and Arab alliance. And it's been around the question of Israel and Zionism. Okay, fellow Black folk, y'all didn't think I wasn't going to call y'all out.
Fellow Black folk, I didn't think she wasn't going to get to y'all, did you?
The question of Israel and Zionism. Okay, fellow Black folk, y'all didn't think I wasn't going to call y'all out on y'all stuff too, right? Because we're doing it all right here. I'm tired of seeing us transpose a U.S. racial paradigm onto a situation where it does not apply. And by that, I mean, I'm tired of us framing it as these white colonial people versus these brown oppressed people. Because in many ways, that's what it has looked like in the U.S., but that's actually just not an accurate descriptor. It's ahistorical.
Us? What are you talking about? See, now y'all didn't talk about how she Black. Now she talking about we, us. But when she was talking about them, oh yeah, see, y'all got to understand this. But oh yeah, don't let me. I got to get on you Negroes now. You know what I'm saying? Because they do belong there. You know what I'm saying? We not going like, yo, they are white Europeans. Like, I don't know what how. I don't understand how y'all don't understand that they are just another group of white people. You know what I mean?
Anyways, that's what it has looked like in the U.S., but that's actually just not an accurate descriptor. It's ahistorical to describe what's transpiring right now through that lens. 60% of the Israeli population is Mizrahi, Sephardic, Obviously, there are Black and Jewish people like me. There are Asian Jewish folks. There are Latino Jewish folks. The Jewish community is deeply diverse, and this gets obfuscated and erased because the majority of the Jewish population in the United States is Ashkenazi, so diasporically has at one point had roots in Europe, and many of those folks are white appearing. So I think most Black Americans assume that all Jewish people are white or are white appearing or are racialized as
Girl, you are white. What are you talking about?
white, and that's just not true. That is the particular demographic that we have in the United States. And even though a lot of those folks are white appearing, that whiteness has been deeply conditional across time and space. That's a whole nother conversation, but just to name, race is a transient and complicated thing. I think what's
It's really not, though. The problem comes in is when you try to justify your love for producing things that get they're not to call biracial people mulattoes things, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying a mentality of, see, this is where you can't, it's like dual allegiances. And if you was to abandon one of your parents, like I probably wouldn't trust you anyway. You feel me? And I don't blame the shyster in this particular situation. I blame Negro politics, you know what I'm saying? Because we thought, and in Negro politics, we try to teach them that they are Black and they welcome to the circle. So now she's like, oh, I got to call out Black people now, y'all know?
also been really painful is the overall erasure of Jewish pain. And this definitely isn't exclusive to the Black community. I'm seeing this all around, but I'm seeing it in the Black community as well. And so I want to address it. Okay. I understand centering the voices and lived experiences of Palestinian people right now, particularly when as a community, their story has been.
Now that's funny because I don't understand it at all. Why in the hell do Negroes keep doing that? You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't bust a grape for their damn self, who didn't understand? Because this one thing that pissed me off, somebody, I don't even think I played it on here, but one sister was like, yo, I didn't understand why I needed to be a revolutionary until I saw the people in Palestine. I'm like, what? Like, not even for yourself? Like, yo, that is like, we are lost in the sauce out here, y'all. Like, that's what I mean. That's how it's no surprise that we're stuck
as well. And so I want to address it. I understand centering the voices and lived experiences.
Yo, see, this is what I'm saying, matron. Negro politics also includes an element of running from one oppressor to another while never standing on their own. And when I be like, I'm not hard on the coons, like somebody like, because y'all like first rifle, that's Negro politics. Like that's one form of it, you know what I'm saying? But y'all won't recognize the other side of it though, you know what I'm saying? And I can't give a pass to the ignorance of it because why? You're not ignorant. You're just in fear, you know.
Is a Palestinian people right now.
What you say in the words of Cornel West. Go ahead, sister.
Stand. Centering the voices and lived experiences of Palestinian people right now, particularly when as a community, their story has been pushed to the margins for far too long. And this is really a reckoning moment where we get to truly see and hear them and critique the dehumanization tactics that have been weaponized against them for too long. I understand that impulse. Many Jewish people have a relative or
I understand, like because since she studied the relationship, and then she would know about everybody talk about the slave trade, but the blackface, you know what I'm saying? Everybody talk about like the music and TV and all of that stuff. What else did they do? Like in particular, you know, there was the blackface stuff to try to get into whiteness. It was of course the I don't know. I said so much stuff. Y'all can go back through it. And
a friend who's in this region of the world who's being directly impacted, right? Even for those of us who are about Palestinian.
Welcome to the Negro Revolution, led by this half a sister here. Half a sister, half a shyster.
Tactics that have been weaponized against them.
So like that's why the first part of the video, she was like letting the black side come out, but now she letting the shyster come out. And see, like, yo, DNA is probably gonna kick y'all in y'all ham pots. It has been kicking us in our ham pots, you know what I'm saying? And the Blasian is gonna be next, you know what I'm saying? She just a shyster, a half a shyster here right now, but the blazing's gonna be on y'all. It's gonna be on y'all next.
Far too long. And this is really a reckoning moment where we get to truly see and hear them and critique the dehumanization tactics that have been weaponized against them for too long. I understand that impulse.
But don't do that,
Many Jewish people have a relative or a friend who's in this region of the world who's being directly impacted, right? Even for those of us who are about Palestinian liberation, who are anti-occupation, anti-genocide, all the things, are still experiencing pain right now and fear. I can be about those things and still see protests happening around the world where people are chanting.
Wait a minute. Are you black or are you a shyster? Or do you not? Or are you in the middle? Right? Or a new thing? You could be a new thing, or mulatto, right? That's what the legal term is.
Are still experiencing pain right now and fear. I can be about those things and still see protests happening around the world where people are chanting "gas the Jews" and be fucking terrified. Like, both of those things can coexist at the same time. And while I understand that the overwhelming majority of people who are about Palestinian liberation don't share those sentiments, just like we're seeing a rise in Islamophobia, we're also seeing a rise in anti-Semitism, and that's going to invoke fear. Please don't get it twisted. I am not telling you to center the voices of Jewish people right now. What I'm saying is that simply acknowledging that Jewish folks are also
all right, Goldberg. You know, I understand that you get all of this funding and you have all of this stuff and you have historically ished on me, but I acknowledge somebody shot back at you for trying to take their stuff. All right.
Experiencing this moment viscerally would go a long way. That's it. The way that Tikkun Olam shows up in my life, or the Jewish principle of world repair, that's what it translates to from Hebrew, is that we're all free or none of us are free. And that means I'm fighting for racial equity. That means I'm fighting against Islamophobia. That means I'm fighting against anti-Semitism. And I recognize that all these things have to be eradicated from the face of the planet for us to actualize the kind of world that we all wish to inhabit. What's not clicking about that?
A lot is not clicking about it because, number one, right now, let's say Black Israelites, Black people in Israel, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, like in their Israel, as we call it right now, say they'd be like, okay, well, since we are doing this, we want to get our own divided state within Israel, you know what I'm saying? And we take this land here, which is probably like, you know, the land with the oil and stuff, and we do our own thing, right? And we want to end the anti-Blackness. Now, whose side is she gonna be on? You know what I'm saying? She gonna be like, oh yeah, we just not fight, we just share all of it, because I don't know. She went off script. Yeah, she was missing that. She said you're gonna see this more and more. I say don't fall for it. Yeah, they said Black Americans are the biggest problem, but it's not even that. It's the issue, right? Because this is a mulatto girl who has dual allegiances, right? Because if this was, like, not to pick on them, but if this was something going on in Hawaii, Dwayne would be making the same damn video. Black folk, you know I got to get on y'all. I know I say the N-word, but you got to recognize, you know what I'm saying? They invaded Honolulu in 1929, and it's up to you to listen to them. Like, no, bro, it's not. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, there is no such thing as a dual alliance, and I don't blame her. I blame Negro Politics, as I said. You know what I'm saying? See, I ain't gonna play this one. I wanted to play this one a long time ago, right? The Black Beauty pageant. She's not Black enough. She got mad, and she's talking about how all you Negroes do with your Negro Politics. You know what I'm saying? They telling her shit.
Now, Rachel and her two brothers, Greg and Lorene.
All right. I'm gonna skip it. All right, y'all. Now, okay, so I gotta play this one though. Now, this is freaking Negro Politics, right? This dude here, like, now I understand he got like green hair and all this other stuff, but my own family would call me racist for like saying like, you know, like, yeah, I'm only for Black people. And most Black people out there is for like, oh yeah, the oppressed people around the world. Of course it makes sense, but we have such self-hatred that no matter what they do to you, oh yeah, that's that Hotep stuff. But as soon as they do something, oh yeah, we need to now you're boycotting Starbucks and stuff. I never had Starbucks in my life. Never spent a dime myself in Starbucks. I never even had anything from Starbucks. Now that I think about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but now, like, yo, how many episodes, Bakari, have you just said talking about black businesses, go support black businesses, and how many times have we talked about money and finances and all this stuff? Now all of a sudden you trying to come at people for something that's happening to another group, but you can't even put your money where your mouth is when it comes to you. Like, yo, this is the Negro politics that keep us enslaved. Not because and it pisses me off because this is what keeps us enslaved. It's not the other coons. They expect it. That's what they do. It's always existed. It's this not understanding what you have to do and not understanding the real world and reality. And anyway, let me play some of what this dude is saying. All right, hold on, let me see. She has but this is what I'm trying to say. A lot of them do. Yeah, they will blame us for what's happened. Yeah, but it don't matter. I blame them. Tan curly. She looked like a white girl to me. It's the programming at work. We feel more for others than ourselves. Now listen to this brother here. This damn fool. This Negro.
I've heard and seen all these crazy Zionist white women showing their ass and aligning themselves with white supremacy. And I've seen and heard them. And I think one of the most upsetting things to me is that they're calling on black and brown people to join them. And they're wondering where black and brown people are at in supporting Zionism. And I think what angers me the most is that I'm tired, and forgive me, black and brown people, if I'm speaking up for too many people, but I'm pretty sure I can speak for a lot of people when I say we are collectively tired of being picked up and put down for people's interests. Wow.
Now listen to this fool, right? He said, I am tired of being picked up and put down for other people, but while saying black and brown people, and I'm sorry if because the Hispanic be like, oh, I know black Negro, you know what I'm saying? Like, now he's sitting here taking up for a community while simultaneously being tired of being asked to take up for another community. Do you see how crazy we are in the damn head? Like when we say the stuff that we say, like that's how it drives you freaking crazy because like I gotta go to damn Kroger to get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the problem. We got dualized. It's straight Negro politics, right? We speak out of both sides of our damn mouth. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, and how do I know? I'm just looking at the results that we get as a collective, and it's more of them than it is of you who oppose what he said. How are you gonna be tired of talking about taking up for other people while talking about some damn black and brown, right? Because if you don't understand this, right? Those Palestinians, if you get your damn way, the Palestinians is going to be moving into places, maybe not in Chicago, but like with all the black homeless people in California, they're going to be moving to California. They're going to be coming to Virginia and taking those resources. They be like, hey, what is going on? And just like you were sitting up there talking about black and brown, they got them in cages. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Yo, you know what is right? You know what I'm saying? Us taking up for our damn selves and worrying about our damn selves. You can't help, you know how they be like, you can't help a poor person if you wanted them. But this is the reason why you're going to stay enslaved, because you got a split tongue. We got a split tongue.
While never having ours met, while never having our needs acknowledged or embraced. I'm tired of black and brown people being called upon to do the work as if black women haven't always been doing the work already. Right? I'm tired of people expecting us to just jump on board or call us to vote or just get out in the streets and protest. But we don't get that energy.
So is the brown people giving you that? Which brown people is giving you the energy to help your ass? Please tell me which brown is you talking about as you talk about this damn coalition. I don't know why this pissed me off, but y'all gonna stop talking, y'all gonna stop saying or thinking that you got anybody else. If we can't love our damn selves, what in the hell makes us think that anybody got any kind of love for us? Like, we look for salvation in every single thing, and we gonna always fail every time. I don't care if you try to divide up which European group, which good white folk, which good non-white folk, you know what I'm saying? And we can't even get it together within our own community with even the people who have the right mindset, you know what I'm saying? Like, let alone with the biracials, because you know what I'm saying, you ain't black, but biracials are, you know what I'm saying? People will argue that they don't use the term black and black people ain't black, but black biracials are black. You feel me? You will never be free, like, because this is 85% when we come in here. Sometimes I'd be like, yo, we're doomed. Like, people, we just say this without even thinking about it.
It's insulting.
It is.
I'm tired of being placated with empty symbolic gestures. I'm tired of black and...
If you owe back taxes, I have...
Yo, hold on, y'all. Hold on one second.
actively seeking to cause division. First of all, I'm surprised whenever I see a black and brown person aligned with Israel, right? That's first. I'm surprised. Disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not even surprised that black people say black and brown so damn much that we don't even know what the hell we talking about.
Surprised whenever I see a black and brown person aligned with Israel, right? That's first. I'm surprised. Disappointed, but not surprised. There are some people out there. But I will never be in the side of the oppressor. What? For anybody. Not the Congolese, not the... I will be in the side of the oppressed. So I will be in the side of the Congolese, the Palestinians, the Yemenians, the Armenians, and the South Sudan, and everyone who's being oppressed. I will always be in the side of the Haitians. I'm on the side of the oppressed because I recognize that freedom is collective. And that if one of us are free, then that stands to bear hope and bear fruit that we will all be free.
One day, maybe in another, it's like 730, maybe in another 2,400 years, we'll all be free. If one person is free, maybe if we can get Palestinians free, because, you know what, I said it, you know what I'm saying, like, because Marcus Garvey got the Vietnamese free, so we got hope. Maybe we'll be free one day, you know what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey helped them fight back, so maybe if one person one oppressed group has done it, maybe we'll be free.
And that if one of us are free, then that stands to bear hope and bear fruit that we will all be free one day. And that we must not rest until we are all free. But yet, every 4 years in America, black people or brown people are told to get out and vote. Black and brown people are told to do the work.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Do the work. Essentially, it feels like black and brown people are supposed to do the work for white people so they could feel good. And then they put us down and they discard us and they don't look back at us until they need something again.
You know why they do that? Because they know you will sit there and talk about black and brown and oppressed peoples around the world as long as you're oppressed. So now they're going to be like, oh, well, we're oppressed, Negro. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'll put on my cape this time, right? But next, you better promise me that you're going to have my back, good white man, or good white bitch, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know y'all give the white girls passes and stuff like that. But like any kind of white savior or non-black savior that you can find, anything but your damn self. Like, yo, straight Negro politics all day. And maybe not y'all, but yo, the people that you're around, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why we sitting there talking about some damn like football instead of business. You know what I'm saying? When you, on the most people that we would know in our surrounding areas, like, or that you work around or you spend time around, they ain't talking about nothing worth nothing.
And it gets exhausting being the person
it does
that people come to when they need something.
But you always sitting here talking about black and brown. So of course that's what they're gonna do. As exhausted as you are, let me put on my damn cape.
And that you don't feel like you have anywhere that you can go when you need something.
So
yeah, I'm on side with everyone oppressed out in the world. Everyone. I don't care if they're racist towards black people.
I don't care.
I don't.
This is black politics, right? Because if it's injustice anywhere, it's injustice every damn where.
In the world. Everyone. I don't care if they're racist towards black people. I don't care. Because there are some things that are bigger than race. And I know that in America, we're conditioned and we see, and it's reinforced all the time, that race is such a big thing. And it is.
Oh, they always tell you that, like, oh, it's only in America. It's only in America. Right? Meanwhile, you go to damn Argentina, right? They got a damn Trump president. You go to, Brazil? They got a Trump president where the white groups is trying to get rid of the black groups. You go to South Africa. Hell, the white groups is trying to take all the resources from the black group. Yeah, go to Mexico. You go to Hawaii, right? You go to China. You go to Palestine. You know what the difference between us and Palestine is? I can't go to Gaza and open up a store and call the Israeli police to have him sit on some dude neck for 10 minutes, right? And then be like, oh yeah, well, I'll march for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. Black people ain't opening up stores in the middle of Gaza making money off of them. That's one difference.
But there are some things that are bigger than race, like humanity.
Raw, you already know.
And I know that in America, we're conditioned and we see, and it's everyone. I don't care if they're racist towards the people. I don't care. Because there are some things that are bigger than race. And I know that in America, we're conditioned and we see, and it's reinforced all the time, that race is such a big thing. And it is. But there are some things that are bigger than race, like humanity. And I am on side of the humanity of people who don't lie, right? I'm on the side of humanity who doesn't manipulate the facts and spread propaganda. I'm on the side who does not carpet bomb and use white phosphorus. I'm on the side of humanity where people really just want to survive. They just want to live in peace. Bro, I can't imagine what Palestinians are going through.
What? Okay.
And I'm black in America, and I'm telling you, I can't imagine what Palestinians are going through. Bro. I couldn't imagine having my doors welded shut. I couldn't imagine walking outside my apartment and looking in the sky to see when another airstrike is coming. I couldn't imagine thinking something's a bird, it's a drone. I couldn't imagine having my streets be patrolled by Zionist psychopaths with automatic.
You know what's funny, right? Now, who is patrolling his street? The street he probably, he better hurry up and get out the car for somebody pull up on him and think he's asleep or something. And he end up shot, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is his streets being patrolled by? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we want to talk about bombings and stuff like that, but he couldn't imagine what it's like, you know what I'm saying?
By Zionist psychopaths with automatic rifles. I couldn't imagine that. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm just more so tired of people calling on black and brown people for the most ridiculous efforts.
I am tired of people calling on me, black and brown people, and not even know the damn contradictions in our state, we're like getting smarter politically, but we still politically dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? And this is for the most part for most people, because most people that I know in real life call me or act like I'm racist or think that I'm extreme. I told you I'm not extreme at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude just like pissed me off because he's a representation of like, yo, why we are in the situation. And how do I know that like it's too many people like this? Because look where the hell we are. We ain't ready to fight no more. Nobody's willing to do nothing. We think that we can have friends, right? We are oppressed people around the world. You know what I'm saying? Guess what happened to the Black Panthers? Those oppressed people helped get their whiteness, you know what I'm saying, or tried to get their whiteness by selling him out with the Asian dude, you know what I'm saying, who was the informant. Like, oh yeah, how the shysters use all of these different elements to try to get accepted into whiteness, along with the Irish, you know what I'm saying, and any other damn white group you can name, especially the poor white ones who use the most violence on you. But you'll be like, oh, well, the oppressed peoples around the world. Anyway.
And they expect us to jump at the opportunity to help white people accomplish something that they want to accomplish. That's insane to me. That, as a black person in America, it's insane that Democrats, Republicans pander towards black and brown votes, right?
Because they gonna sit there and no matter what everybody do, they're gonna be like, oh, oppressed peoples around the world, everybody, I love everybody. Because they know that. And how do I know that? Because God damn, we got conquered, you know what I'm saying? And we keep getting conquered every single day. We can win every day, but we get conquered every single day, right? Y'all don't even look at it on that way. But we could win every day, you know what I'm saying? Well, every single day we submit more and more. Me too, I'm included, you know what I'm saying? We get conquered every single day. We don't even understand the reality that you have no damn friends. How can you have a friend if you don't even love yourself?
And I'm never gonna fucking, I'm never gonna fucking like make Cubans seem innocent because they align themselves with white supremacy, as do several other, wonderful Latin American countries. But
I don't have the other girl.
I'm tired of being pandered to, while never actually helping eradicate the systemic.
Now, quick. You know what I'm saying? 10 seconds. Name one out of all the brown groups. You know what I'm saying? You could pick the East Indians if you want to. All the brown groups. Name one thing that anybody has ever done to help you. Right? And when I look it up, it better not be some, we come together to protest something that's happening in Palestine or in Mexico or nothing like that. Anyway.
Violence, the systemic oppression, the systemic segregation of domestic and abroad. There is no actual real change. There is no.
Now this fool, I ain't gonna play that shit because he said the same damn thing.
Do you believe it?
He started out good because he's talking about open air prisons. Like, what you think the hood is? You know what I'm saying? And then he started talking about some damn oppressed peoples around the damn world, right? Because I could have played a lot of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's the Black and Jewish caucus. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
My district has a very vibrant, diverse Jewish population that I'm very proud of, committed to social justice, inclusion, and I think this is a beautiful thing.
Now, I wonder if he has dual allegiances.
It's happening. There are prevailing narratives that we don't get along and that there should be some ongoing tension that cannot be resolved. I dispute that. Indeed, our histories are interwoven and our futures. In addition to embrace.
Now, I wish they would actually say what the history is, you know what I'm saying? Because if they did, they would have to acknowledge all of the things throughout complete history that went down, you know what I'm saying?
Embracing our cultural identity and our practices and the things we care about, our values, we also have to come together to indeed fight white supremacy. We have to fight white supremacy.
They are white. What the? Every other group is self-serving. They ride the backs of black people to push their agenda. And you know what? We like, oh yeah, black and brown. Like, yeah, stop Asian hate. Oh yeah, free Palestine. From the river to the sea. How about you get a river or a damn sea to fight over?
Because we are all victims of that. And not just blacks and Jews. Everyone is a victim when that is in.
I said y'all had the East Indian governor, Bobby Jindal, who tried to close down Southern University. Damn, Bukhari, you should, Bukhari, you see that? He tried to shut down the HBCU. Yeah, that's your people of color, you know what I'm saying? The Vivics of the world.
Instilled in our society. So I'm really honored to be here, and I thank Representatives Solomon and Harris for making this happen. Thank you.
Thank you.
My district has a very...
They have a very... okay, yeah, I remember this. I ain't gonna play this again, I guess. Where the sister... said Jews are not subject to the same racism as black people, and so they suspended her. You know what I'm saying? And this is a different country because they said I can't use
Just
America.
2 months ago, the Labour leader announced
this is their home, right? Because Britain is so great. You know what I'm saying? Where they're from, it can't be like.
But with all those who were rightly appalled by the culture of the party under the previous leadership.
plunged.
Look, anyway, y'all gonna stop saying some damn people of color. Y'all gonna stop trying to look for a savior outside of your damn self. Like, you're like, let's just upgrade. Oh, black only. Like, we just be like, yo, we focused on black people, and that is it. You know what I'm saying? And if whatever they doing is not like, when you do business, you know your business is for yourself. There is no friends in the world. Like, nobody's coming to save you. We ran out of spaces in our back to get stabbed, right? We came over here. The Indians stabbed us in the back in the 1500s, right? The Mexicans stabbed you in your back 10 years ago. And I ain't heard a Mexican say nothing about no damn black and brown since Trump was in there talking about some cages, right? I ain't heard no black and yellow since he said the damn Chinese virus. It's only us still talking about that coalition nonsense. I seen the Asians talking about, oh yeah, it's the Negroes that keeping us out of school, and now they sitting here talking about, oh, we still can't get in school anyway. Meanwhile, you got brothers. I couldn't even play this video because it won't play. You know, I didn't even play this before. This Congolese brother who set himself on fire just to get seen, you know, that sister on one of these videos, that's another one, like that dude, and then another sister was like, oh yeah, I need to be, like, I didn't understand I needed to be a revolutionary until I seen some damn Palestinians getting their stuff taken, and I just couldn't imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you don't even know who the hell you are. You don't even know what you spoke. You probably couldn't even tell me your great-great-great-grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? You didn't understand until then, and now you're ready to give up everything that you're ready to give up for, but you won't even do it for your damn self. And you just going like, yo, we're gonna be slaves forever. You know what I'm saying?
Gentlemen.
The so-called Jew owned more slaves than anyone. Yeah. They funded the money. Yeah, they and like when Britain got into it in the 1600s, you know who it was funding them, right? It was the shysters. And all of the stuff, most of the stuff that it has to do with the Dutch, not that the Dutch people wasn't whatever, but most of the shysters went to the Dutch. So all of that stuff in New York was a lot of the shysters. You know what I'm saying? But that's not to give the Pilgrims a damn excuse either, because the Pilgrims was some savages. The Pilgrims was the first one to legalize selling children.
He said in switch.
Now listen, this brother here, like, I'm not trying to talk ill of this brother, but he talks about Negro politics, and it's brothers like him that I know, you know, I try not to play him at all because, Yo, this brothers like him that be pissing me off because this is weak as hell. We be weak as hell, looking weak as hell. And like I said, like he's one of those brothers who's like, oh yeah, well said, but what the hell is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you sitting here talking about, oh, I am a man, I am a human. I don't owe them no damn explanation. I don't owe nobody no explanations on nothing. All I know is you better not touch me or mine. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we all we got. But this brother here, you know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect to this brother, but this almost pisses me off more than the clones that we know are clones, because this is like weakness. And then so many of us gravitate towards this mentality, thinking that you can explain your some away, or the good white ones that's gonna come save you. John Brown is not coming through the door. All right. And if he did, you'd be working on John Brown plantation, but you wouldn't even know that.
Feel me? I learned about, you know what I'm saying, all these broken treaties and all these foreign entities that then switched and did Congo like musical chairs. It really made me think, like, damn, this is how slavery was really facilitated for my people right here. Right now in the Congo, they experiencing slavery. I watched this video of two 4-year-old little girls in the rain with no shoes, having to go fetch materials to literally mine cobalt, you know what I'm saying, coltan out of the ground. This man set himself on fire in hopes that it would create media attention. And I believe that all of us should be making videos about this, definitely. Make sure this was not done, feel me, in a way that don't, like, come on, man, like, oh, shit, this shit crazy.
Let me first start by talking about the Congolese.
Yeah, so, you know, I just wanted to play that because, like, yo, like, you can understand that when it comes to everybody but yourself, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and at least it's good that you be like, oh, yeah, well, I ain't buying this, I ain't buying that. But, like, what the hell is our agenda? What is our goal? Is it freedom? Is it love? Right? We just want love to be love and everybody do it to everybody, so then we all could be black, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, so, yo, back to what I was showing at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Right, so look, now, what Malawi president, right? Because this is what I was showing, and this is what the shysters, and this is what I was showing at the beginning. Now, I'm gonna play this brother here. I want to know what y'all think about this brother here, right? So he's saying he's banning himself and his cabinet from foreign travel because it might hurt his people. And again, this is like foreign Negro politics, I guess.
Cost and an economic crisis, Malawi's President Lazarus Chakwera has decided to temporarily ban his government from traveling abroad, a measure he will also apply to himself. The move, President Chakwera on Thursday said, will help his country cut spending and cope. Mr. Chakwera, a former evangelical preacher.
Right, so you see that, and then he said, okay, we demand the West to pay full prices.
Africans are just cast of our and this will benefit stability in Africa.
All right.
For the launch of the Doha Program of Action for LDCs, where we must insist that it is no longer acceptable for a handful of countries that claim to love democracy and equality to have the power to undemocratically make decisions about us without us. 5 months ago, as outgoing chairperson of the least developed countries, LDCs, I presided over the launch of the Doha Program of Action for LDCs for 2022 to 2031 in Doha, Qatar, under the auspices of the United Nations. And yet none of the 46 nations that are part of this program have a permanent representation on the UN Security Council.
All right, so he basically saying, right, oh yeah, well, the West is going to pay full prices for their resources. This is what he's saying a couple months ago. But now listen, you know, and okay, so he rejected due
to their inability to make payments. This move has garnered significant attention and sparked discussions about the implications for both Malawi and the global financial landscape. President Lazarus Chakwera issued this compelling call to developed nations and international financial institutions in his address at the 78th United Nations General Assembly in New York. He emphasized that many least developed countries, including Malawi, are grappling with the overwhelming burden of perpetual debt repayment, hindering their economic progress in comparison to developed nations. Chakwera warned that the ambitious goal of eradicating poverty by 2030.
So because they keep taking their resources and making them, like basically beating them up and making them pay them, you know what I'm saying? Because they engage in Negro politics globally when it comes to like things to keep they, at the end of the day, when we ever get a clue in the real world and reality, like what happens is if somebody does something and then you be like, you're not gonna stop me, and you do it anyway, you be like, and what you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Right now we like, oh please, you know what I'm saying? I don't want us to not love each other, you know what I'm saying? And it's really because I don't want you to beat me up, you know what I mean? But so we submit a little bit every day,
as outlined in the Sustainable Development Goals, could remain a mere rhetoric if developing countries are not granted debt relief. African nations are increasingly assertive in their stance that they will not continue repaying their debts. This bold position highlights the growing sentiment that African countries have already repaid their loans to institutions like the World Bank and IMF many times over. Many African leaders argue that the debt has been more than settled, and they are no longer willing to make further payments. African countries have traditionally been cautious about discussing their debt-related concerns, often fearing exclusion from international financial markets. However, a noticeable shift is occurring as African leaders, like President William Ruto, voice the need to reconsider lending practices and credit rating metrics for the continent. Remains consistent. Debt cancellation is urgently needed. President Chakwera of Malawi reiterated the urgent need for concrete actions regarding debt relief, underscoring that Malawi, like many least developed countries, finds itself in an unsustainable debt situation. His impassioned plea on behalf of all LDCs remains consistent. Debt cancellation is imperative. Chakwera highlighted that the global community, including the United Nations, has experienced sluggish economic growth in recent years.
All right, so you see that, right? I don't know if y'all agree with that or not, but so he says that, right? So and you see that they talking about how they're in debt, and we understand how they're in debt. And so they was like, Israel paid him $60 million to send their young people to work in Israel as basically slaves, you know what I'm saying? So he got paid, like, I guess that's what he's talking about when he can pay full prices for the resources. It meant that the people I'm gonna sell you. But I ain't gonna say that because they like to try to be like, oh yeah, y'all sold each other, but that's not the way that they put it. Is like a super oversimplification because it's not really true, and they have to we have to have a discussion because I like for them first to name the nation, tribe, and leader who did it in the years that they did it in, and I won't even ask the third question, but anyway. All the young people.
Hope we are going to start the engine soon, and we will be on our way to the Holy Land of Israel.
To the Holy Land of
my
Israel.
Name is Mr. Guest. I am the
and Europeans so ignorant, they don't realize like all of the land is quote unquote holy, right? The truth is like, all of it is like valuable in its resources and everything that we need. Like the whole earth is alive and is ours, you know what I'm saying? And but anyway.
Israel. So my name is Mr. Guest. I am the consul of Malawi in Israel. And I will be the one that's taking care of you in case you need any help, in case you find any difficulty, any kind. You should have my phone number, my personal phone number, and you can call me at any time, and I will make sure that as much as we can help you, so you don't feel completely disconnected from home. So I will be, for the next 5 years, I will be your home. If you need anything, I will be your father, your mother, your aunt, your grandfather, anything you need.
He's gonna be your father, the same way that Hispanics about to be your father, your mother, your aunt, anything you need.
Your grandfather, anything you need. I really want to.
They clap it. It's Negro politics. We will clap to that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you very much.
Practice
I
some
really
Negro
want
politics.
to welcome you to Israel. I just came this morning from Israel. The country needs you. What you are doing is not simple. What you are doing have a lot, a big say to the people of Israel. You are coming at this difficult time to help us to work on the agriculture. You know, Israel is a country where very important for us agriculture.
It's very important for us is agriculture. I know you need some damn agriculture and you need to eat in yourself. That's why you're going over there. Matter of fact, if you're growing food and you're working on agriculture, why in the hell are you going somewhere else if you need agriculture on? Anyway, maybe I don't understand Negro politics. Maybe I'm not advanced enough.
And I feel a lot of similarity with Malawi. That's why the first country in Africa that got the possibility to bring workers to Israel, and for 5 years, not for one, not for two, and not for three, for 5 years.
You're like, who is he, LeBron James? Not one, not two, not three, not 4 or 5 years. Not. Well, by the way, perpetual is more than 5. It means forever. You know what I'm saying? Say, yo, we still trusting them for survival. Yeah, like they know the Holy Land as long as they're. Yeah, that's their migrant farm worker program. Yeah, they can, because they'll burn. I'm gonna show y'all something in a minute, but that this thing didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? When they was back in Turkey, hiding in whatever cave they had to hide in. You know what I'm saying? Because they couldn't be in the sun for like 5 minutes without getting burned. And it's true. If you look up albedo, they was like they only need like 5 minutes in the sun with only their hands and face. Like it's too much skin damage to you. And it's literally true. Like you can look it up. And you trying to tell me that they the same humanity? Right? We all humanity. I'm for all of humanity. All oppressed to all peoples around the world. But yo, they taking advantage of these same people. Now you sending their workers because like LeBron James out here. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4.
That's why the first country in Africa that got the possibility to bring workers to Israel, and for 5 years, not for 1, not for 2, and not for 3, for 5 years, it's Malawi. I hope that test and that first airplane will bring much, much, much more in the future. Because the idea is to have few thousand of workers,
couple thousand slaves
of workers in Israel. Where
migrant workers, I'm sorry.
Exchange not only money.
Yo, I just talked about the migrant Jamaican workers and the experience they having in Canada, because that's not America, so it got to be race don't exist there. But for some reason, the black people in Canada, you know what I'm saying, say the same thing, just like the black people everywhere else. But it's the same thing where they like, yo, they not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? They send them there. Or those models who get taken to Europe, you know what I'm saying, from where they get taken from like East Africa. I forget which place in East Africa. They're sending them there and then making them, once they get there, they realize they're not taking care of them at all. You know what I'm saying? I doubt they have this dude's phone number, like he said. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
In Israel, where we exchange not only money between working and an employee, but also culture, also knowledge. I want you to take the maximum you can.
Also culture, you know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna learn the Jewish culture from them, and also knowledge. You done gave all your knowledge away. You done gave it. That's a part of Negro politics. I forgot to tell you. Even when they was Greek and whatever they went to learn at your schools for 40 damn years. You know what I'm saying? They went to study with all the stuff that you would do. You gave away the culture. When the Moors seen them over there sick and dying and, you know what I'm saying, all this sleeping with animals and doing, they was like, yo, let's share, like we'll share our culture. And then you look where that gets you.
Culture, also knowledge. I want you to take the maximum you can for that beautiful time you're going to have in Israel to study,
Yeah.
to learn. And then
I was
when you
about
come
to say
back
that
home,
too.
you do your own little
I'm about to
business
say that, Shanique.
with the knowledge of Israel. And that's the goal, because it's not only, I don't see it only as a mission of work. I see also as a mission of discovery of things that can help you in the future.
Oh man.
I want to take the Minister of Finance. I want to take the Minister of Homeland Security. And above all of that, I want to thank the President that he is the one that encouraged us to go and to make it happen.
So I want to thank the President. He's the one who encouraged us to go and to make this happen.
To go and to make it happen. So our trip today, it's not only because it's a commercial activity. No, there is a lot of political activity behind that, and that's a success.
That's a success. It's a lot of political activity. There's a lot of Negro politics going on behind the scenes. This is why you was on an airplane in Israel to come and pick our damn fruit, Negro. There's been a lot of Negro politics behind the scenes, and now you're here.
There's a lot of political activity behind that, and that's a success. That's a success. So when people will see it, and they will see you coming to Israel, and they will understand that it's possible. We can do.
By the way, why is he speaking in Israel if he's talking about black people from Malawi, and he's from Israel, but he's telling them this in English, right? And even if we don't even understand how crazy that is, you know what I'm saying, or how colonized you would have to be for them to even understand what the hell he's saying right now, for them, like, it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy for me to understand what he's saying.
So when people will see it, and they will see you coming to Israel, and they will understand that it's possible. We can do. Yes, we can.
We often don't have no idea about what we're participating in, but that's why we keep participating in Negro politics. That's how we could be slave. But although a lot of us give passes to the people, like that's why I be like, yo, I'm not as hard on the coon. I'm a little bit harder on the unknowing coons, because this is the majority of us keeping us in this situation, always trying to prove your damn humanity, prove that you could fit in, prove that you belong. They keep your country starving, hurt, all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, and then turn around and like, so you could sell the most precious commodity, which is us, the people. We are the most precious commodity, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's the cobalt and the iron and all of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it's the people and your labor, your mental, all of it, you know what I'm saying? And we give it away. And ever since the beginning, we was around the fire and stuff like this, and we said, come on in, Paleface. Whatever we called the cookout in the 1400s, we said, come on in, Paleface. That was the beginning of Negro politics. Right? I don't think it was the beginning, but that was the outcome of politics, the way that we was doing it, because we do have emotion, and that's important. It makes us, it's a part of our humanity, but you don't be led by your emotions. You control your emotions, and you let them, like when I'm mad or I'm sad, is letting me know that something is wrong and something needs to be changed. It's not making me act irrational. It's letting me, okay, let me assess the situation. Something's not right here. I got to do something. But anyway.
So when people will see it, and they will see you coming to Israel, and they will understand that it's possible. We can do. Yes, we can do. Let's do it all together. Let's enjoy that time.
And then what they say with the people of color, let's do it all together. This is what every time you do some damn people of color stuff, is all, when you march in Palestine, is, and we don't even know it though, but when they mention Palestinians marched in BLM, they talking about for a Palestinian dude that got beat up by the police, and they was yelling Black Lives Matter. All right, that was the solidarity. When Israel did whatever, it's because you went to World War II to stop Hitler from letting shysters put other shysters in ovens. You know what I'm saying? It's because you went to war to go fight that. You know what I'm saying? And it's when you went to war, the Vietnam, but I don't recall the war that we went to. Well, you know, there are when black people went to wars where black countries were fighting. You know what I'm saying? But you know, imagine if we put the energy in all of these times that we fighting in somebody else's army. That's why I can't be like, thank you for your service. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, we gotta change our damn politics, yo. We gotta get some. We don't gotta call it black or whatever the hell, but not Negro politics no more.
Possible. We can do. Yes, we can do. Let's do it all together. Let's enjoy that time that we're all going to do together. And I really wish all of you and your family, because I know I'm a father and I'm a grandfather. I know how you.
So why the hell you ain't send your grandchildren and your children over to Malawi to work in their damn fields to help them rebuild their stuff, right? And especially in the time they're getting attacked. Oh, my bad.
Because I know I'm a father and I'm a grandfather. I know how your parents will miss you.
So he already know your grandparents gonna miss you. How are we supposed to enjoy exploitation? Israel is using desperate people to do the jobs that they don't want to do. These people are being set up to be used. Yeah. That together, BS. The thing is, we are on a repeat at this point. It's just Negro politics. Yo, if any of y'all want to say something, let me know so I could put the link in the chat before I get off. Because I'm this is the last thing, you know what I'm saying? So y'all put it in the chat. I wanted to play this sister because she kind of funny.
Wash your own bodies. Who are you talking about? God, let me tell you something. I've been in some black women's houses, and they had roaches inside the oven. You fucking kidding me? Y'all, get the fuck out of here, man. Every one of y'all? Everyone? I heard that, man. I know better. I've been in some of y'all houses, man. Y'all use rags to shit on. Yeah, man. There's a rag in it.
That's what say you use rags to dump on. Like, who uses anyway, this is European culture. This is Greek culture.
And the thing to shit on. Yeah. Your people. Fuck you talking about?
Well, hello there, boy. I don't know what prison you just got out of, but you're out of line, boy. Just uppity as can be. The only time you've been in a black woman's house is when you were robbing. I know a thief when I see one. I can spot them as far as your hairline, a mile away. Talking about wiping our shit with rags. You probably got confused when you were peeping on that poor black woman in the shower. Why is she washing her ass with a rag? How dare you, boy? You're probably 30 years old looking like this. That's what happens when you're serving hard time for breaking into black women's houses and spying on them. Because that's the only damn way you are ever in some black women's houses. You got some fucking nerve to sit up here with your mismatched nostrils. Got the nerve to open up those lips that are thinner than my patience with you wits. With this face that's withering right before our eyes. You can barely open up your eyes with them sagging eyelids. And got the nerve to try to fight gravity of your sagging face to smile. You out of order, boy. Then you made this your profile picture. With this hoodie and backwards hat. Like you just got out of prison after a 20-year stint. You look like your mama bred with a pug dog. You look like you plotting your next crime that you'll no doubt get caught for. And not white-collar crime. You don't have the brains for it. You look like you steal TVs from people's houses. You look like you sit in your 80-year-old mama's basement, smoking with a homemade bong you made out of a plastic water bottle. I can see your poor mom now, coughing on her oxygen machine. Why are you doing this to her? And I know you live with your mama because of them pictures in the back. Those are feminine pictures, and I know you're not married. You probably pop Viagra's every night so you can please your blow-up doll. And it's probably deflated. You need to stop worrying about black women and worry about that water in the shower and some soap and a rag. Yabba dabba do. 10 out of 10.
All right, yeah, it was kind of funny. All right, yo, I want to get y'all. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. All right, yeah, I want to play this though. This brother here. I don't think I was supposed to play this one next. I think I was supposed to play this one last, but it's whatever. Now this white bitch done spit on somebody. Disgusting creatures. Psychopath. All right. Yo, so
You say fucking black people? You.
all right, so she was like, I was supposed to, because that's the best I can do as far as Negro politics, because that was supposed to be the last positive thing. But I want to show you something else. I'm gonna put the link in the chat if anybody want to come on. And if not, I'm gonna get off of here after I show that, because and Shanique already mentioned it in the chat. It's not long, so it's gonna be quick, and then I'm gonna finish it if nobody come on here. And if you come on here, don't be long, because we're gonna get off here after that. And I wouldn't suggest trolling right now, because I'm probably not gonna bite my tongue right now. So if any of y'all wanna, but you know, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about if any extra people try to pop up in here, because there's no telling who really out there, who really be listening. If Matron got a minute, hopefully she can come on, or Shanique or Cassandra. I know it's see, it's Friday night for me, but it's like Sunday night for y'all. I understand that. Let me put the link in the chat. Hopefully, Matron or Cassandra, or I know Bakari probably sleep, or my brother Anthony, you come on here. Damn, my damn computer keep freezing. All right, let me see. Oh no, I might not be able to put it in here because every time I try, I keep freezing up. All right, there I go. All right, so if you come in the back, just stay right there. I'm gonna be there in 1 second. I'm gonna just show the last ones, and if nobody come on here, I'm gonna be out. Now you Shanique mentioned this. I want y'all to see this, you know what I'm saying? They didn't came up. I don't know how many of our people they didn't kidnapped and tested or whatever, but they came up with synthetic super melanin, right? They came up with some synthetic melanin. Oh, come on. Why is your name working, man? All right, so yeah, they had some synthetic melanin. What is it? He said it heals skin from injuries. As far as like when injuries, it means like when they get sunburned from being in the sun. And my brother only said something like that. I was like, yo, it makes sense. He was like, yeah, over in Africa, it's like, yo, they don't really have like different seasons that way. It's like the days is always the same length because like they done brought us somewhere cold as hell. It get cold as hell over here sometimes. Oh, let me see. Of course, it's not gonna work right now. Let me see. Damn it, if not, then I'll just have to go off here. All right, there we go. No, every time I touch it, it frees up. Yo, every time I get on stream, y'all, it mess up. It don't really do this no other time. Damn, it's not even supposed to be long. All right, come on, man. All right. Oh, yeah, see, every time I stop, it come back. Damn. Hold on, that's not even the right one, and it keep messing up. Your skin is bombarded with sunlight every day. You know, the thing that everything around the universe goes around.
But it's a myriad of environmental insults into the skin. You can think about this as chemical pollutants, toxic chemicals, for example, and accidental exposure.
Hey, vampires. Synthetic melanin called super melanin, and guess what? It's not even close to the melanin that you got that they trying to get. Oh, everybody has melanin, not the kind that you got. You know what I'm saying? That happens where naturally you need the sun. Like plants and every other thing that's life in the world.
Familiar with what melanin is? It's in our skin. It protects our skin. What we've just managed to do was make it and harness it into a more optimized version.
It's European politics. How many black children do we have to kidnap to be able to produce some super melanin?
And so if you like, it's sort of handed to us on a platter. Why would we not go and use it in the skin?
Turns out it protects the skin, but it also repairs the skin, and it does this in a variety of ways.
They're trying to fight. They're trying to fight to stay alive in the sun. They'll let them walk around in the daytime.
It's almost indistinguishable from the natural melanin that's already in people's skin, which clearly is not toxic.
No, see, that's the problem. You think it would probably be if you was talking about humanity like that other brother, in the words of Cornel West, my sister Laura Ingram, if she's a quote unquote sister, she is a mutated one, so it probably make them sick. But in verse, it makes us sick. So when we be like, oh, all humanity and there is only one race, the human race, and all that nonsense, like we even discount the health benefits or the health risks that it puts us as, like how our vitamin D deficiency in our diets and all of these things need to be different because we are fundamentally different, because it's not just a social construct, it's a truth. I don't care if you get rid of black and white and race and none of this stuff happen. I still see the difference between Kelly Clarkson and Kelly Rowland. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna pick Kelly Rowland all day.
With this intervention with the topical melanins, the scab fell off and the skin is fully healed within a week, and there's new skin underneath. There is local protection, but there's also communication with something much deeper, our immune system to really repair the damaged tissue.
We've re-imbued the skin with the ability to heal.
All I can say is find any suntan plants out there and cause havoc. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm curious if y'all even have an opinion about this, and then I'm gonna be out of here if nobody's on here. But I'm curious, like, cause when we're talking about our politics, you know what I'm saying? Even sometimes even wild animals understand that you're not supposed to be around them. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted you to see this video. So this is how animals, okay.
Something is happening to the animals in the wild, and we desperately need to talk about it and put a stop to it.
I want to show you a clip, and I want you to see if you can tell the same thing that I came to after watching this clip.
Giraffe like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Yo, look at that. The animal dropped his food and ran. If only Negroes had this much common sense. When we first seen them on the boat, like dropped what we was doing and ran over there, like ran away from the tree we was praying to and ran over there and made sure they got kicked up out of there. We still, you know what I'm saying, be as free as the people on Senegalese island. Damn hyena. A hyena didn't even think about it. He was like, I ain't even messing with this white boy. These fools blew up a bomb in space. You know what I'm saying? You ever think about that? You know what I'm saying? It's like they blew up a nuclear weapon in space to see what happened. And was like, yo, we still got fallout over the place we blew up a bomb in. And then they blew up a bomb on, you know what I'm saying, a whole group of people. But including you, they blew up bombs on you. That John ain't ran so fast when you see a lion. Now, the thing about it, when we talk about Negro politics, to bring it back around, right? I wonder if the wildebeest is going to go into the lion's den and say, we have to do something about these damn white boys and white girls who come out here poaching us. We need to animals of color, or, you know what I'm saying, non-human animals unite. You know what I'm saying? Put our differences aside and oppressed animals of the world unite. You know what I'm saying? You wildebeest and lion and wolf and hyena hold hands, right? And deer and giraffe and alligator. They all hold hands and have this big coalition to get rid of the damn poachers, right? Because there's oppression. I wonder if they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if they have the same logic as us.
Because we have 11 official languages, English is that one that everybody... So, what did you see? I'll give you more context, and then I'll explain what it is that I'm trying to talk about.
You're used to the idea of animals adapting to the state of predators that attack them called...
So he's saying, it messed up his audio, but he's saying, this is the chart here, how animals run from people way more than they run from other predators. You know what I'm saying? Or let's be real, like, because when it's not necessarily us, because, you know what I'm saying, black people have a relationship with animals, you know what I'm saying, that you're not sleeping with them or killing them, you know what I'm saying? And they run more from them more than anything, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I wonder if they would
that ran away from human voices that they heard nearby. They didn't even need to know if the humans were there or not. And they ran much faster away from humans than they were running from any other predator. It honestly makes
it was like, no, we got to prove that I'm a lion to this human to let them know that, and so that it can accept me and I can live peacefully in my habitat. And then when that didn't work, he was like, hey, tiger, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they don't accept us. And then when the tigers stabbed the lion in the back, he went to the wildebeest, you know what I'm saying? But the wildebeest knew that that was a lion, so the wildebeest stabbed him in the back too, right? And so then he went to the snakes, you know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Makes sense to me, considering that animals consistently get kidnapped to be placed in zoos.
Animals get
And,
kidnapped.
the poaching statistics.
Animals get kidnapped and they know to run away, not to send their children to go work on their farms, you know what I'm saying? Or work in their zoos, you know what I'm saying?
But what I was paying attention to specifically is the voices themselves.
All right, hold on, let me see. All right, Shanique. Yo, what's going on, Shanique?
Hey, Forecast. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
This topic, I'm telling you, it's something because and I'm not gonna hold you because I can go, but I'm sitting there, I'm listening to you, and I feel like I had a little moment of deja vu. I said this earlier this week that it's ironic that you're seeing a woman that's African and they're talking about this topic and they're talking about the animals, because there's countless parables and different fables with animals in Africa that let you know that there are scorpions, snakes, there are certain animals in the kingdom, lions, that behave a certain way. And when they've done that enough times, you get the message that, not to trust them, not today, not just on Tuesday, but ever. And yet we can't get that clue, and just keep giving chances time after time. And this inclusion idea, I don't know, that brother you showed with the brown, he kept referencing the brown. It had me sick. I was just like, are you serious right now? Because maybe he has a brown wife and that's what's making him, or a girlfriend or a
There
child.
we go.
I don't know.
There we
There's an
go.
allegiance, but people keep forgetting that whole thing about having an allegiance. Yeah, there is no middle ground. You're either going to lean one way or the other. And they show throughout the politics the way they're leaning. We talked about that politician, I forget his name. He's always talking about, he's running for president, right? He's always talking about my brother, my sister. This guy, we clearly see his allegiance. His wife is his allegiance. That's why everybody's his sister and brother. And none of his sisters and brothers are going to put him in office. And that's just what that is. But I mean, I'll let you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, all the sisters and brothers told him stop running because you're going to mess up Jim Crow Joe chances.
Right? So it's obvious that, again, we have zero friends. Every single person on this planet in their groups respectively recognizes that they're in their group. Yet we don't get the clue. And I think that the most successful thing was Martin Luther King. And I know people don't want to touch that, but the truth of the matter is we could have done without him. We really could have. I think that whole spark of taking it to the edge, where now we're sitting here thinking that everything's cool because we can be in the same community. And it's sad because just the other day I was saying to my husband, so we were driving somewhere and it was like maybe 10:30 and we're in Arizona and our neighborhood was dead, nothing going on. And I had to go pick him up or meet him at his job, and he was dropping the bus. And I'm like, as we get closer to the city where my people are, it was just hectic. And I said, wow, this is stressful. And I realized, hold on, you don't live here. And that's what's messed up, because I could believe that I have a different reality because my neighborhood is quite calm and quiet. But the truth of the matter is that doesn't change the fact that if I'm caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, getting pulled over, I'm still Black. And that's just what's going to happen. Whatever happens to any other brother or sister of mine in any community, city, country, state, will happen to me just like anybody else. And we keep forgetting that and just go on and feel like we have to police and protect and speak out for everyone else. But our own voices, we have to mute those, put a muzzle on it, because, we don't deserve to be in any way free. Crazy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that pissed me off the most, because like I said, I'd be like, I'm not hard on the coons, but like, and it doesn't even bother me, like the ones who we know, like, yeah, you know that, but like, I'm not as easy on the ones who, like, a lot of people give a pass to, who they be like are the unknowing coons, because they keep us in the situation sitting here, like, and I'm only like that because I'm convinced that it is not an accident. It's because you are scared. You sitting there trying to prove that you a damn man, You know what I'm saying? You sitting here talking about people of color and alliances, and I hear far too many people say it. And even with my family, you know what I'm saying, like, because they know racism exists, but if they hear the way that I talk, they call me racist. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And by the way, it's not even offensive that they call me that, but I don't even say nothing that's like extreme. Like, it doesn't even have to be extreme for us to be quote unquote racist, because we have, in Negro politics, we have to be the voice of the world. We got to find our capes. We got to make sure our capes is nice and ready to put on for everybody but ourselves. And I don't care what anybody else thinks. It's the self-hatred and the thing that's keeping it. And sometimes, like, when I see that, that's like one of the things that make me be like, damn, we are doomed, when I see too many black men and black women and black adults that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, totally. I completely understand. It's sad because the truth is that, yeah, if you look at it for what it is right now, and people, all of our people putting ourselves in a collective subgroup, then yeah, we are doomed if you see it from, I mean, you know, I take it from a spiritual perspective. I'm not going to take it off topic, but knowing that, I know where we end up. But at this current state, for all of the people who feel like we are, quote, people of color, then yeah, because the ones at the bottom of the spectrum of the people of color have always been us and will always be us, even within that spectrum, because it's proximity to whiteness. So as you go up that color wheel, there's more and more consideration of being, quote, human, or desiring or deserving of being treated like a human. Sadly, that doesn't benefit us. But we jump in on that wheel. And that's why I have to say we really have to give credit to Mr. MLK for that, taking that threshold. Because the truth of the matter is, in comparison to right now, being on the back of the bus, was it worth it? Was it worth what we're doing right now? The fact that we now have a whole generation of, you say, biracial people confused and having allegiances, but I don't think they're confused. I think they're just in a different perspective, and they're still trying to proximity to whiteness. So everyone's proximity to whiteness, and black people just, we spearhead the whole thing. Oh, it was our race, our battle to defend everything. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the alphabet and everything else. They'll have a argument for the fact that dogs and cats have rights soon, and we'll be spearheading that as well.
Yeah,
that's just where we're at.
Well, because dogs is a living animal, and they have animal. But yo, we don't have it, but you know, dogs should definitely have it. You know, and Matron said, why do we keep repeating the same mistakes? It's like we're afraid to be alone. We need to master the art of being alone together as black people. And at the end of the day, we already are. You know what I'm saying? We ran out of places in our back to get stabbed in. You know, but like I said, it's a weakness. It's an excuse. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think. But yo, let me before we close out with this animal stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let me do this, you know, as you brought up Martin Luther King. I just want to play this one few seconds.
One day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future. But I've had to analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say over the last few months. I've gone through a lot of soul-searching and agonizing moments, and I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead, and some of the old optimism was a little superficial, and now it must be tempered with a solid realism. And I think the realistic fact is that we still have a long, long way to go.
Right, so you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, it sounded good at the time. But do you got any opinions about the thing I was showing with the Malawis? Or you kind of mentioned the Jewish and the mulatto girl a little bit. And you did mention the brother, you know what I'm saying? But do you have anything or something about like the Congolese man? But Black people talk about that. You know, they got to bring up Congo now, but it's really about other people's problems. You know what I'm saying? But Do you got any opinions about any of those other
Oh,
ones?
I mean, I tell you, I'm gonna try to keep it short. I ain't gonna hold you. To be honest with you, like you said, all of the problems in the world, we tend to just take them on, and I can sympathize with everyone else's struggle. But see, there's a point where I have to stop and realize, hold up, my own struggle is still dire. And I think that's where the problem is. How can we sit and that one you mentioned about the woman talking about, oh, she never knew struggle and the direness until she saw Palestine. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, before that, they were talking about, oh, we've got to support the Ukrainians. Are you kidding me? I know that I have to be concerned whenever I'm stopped in a vehicle that I'm driving, fully insured with license and everything in order. I know that. And as a woman, so all that feminist mess, all that, everything out the window for me, because I am a Black woman. So everything else takes a back seat. So when you talk about the Congolese, their struggles, horrendous. Yes, I'm not African, but I still sympathize with what's going on. Sadly, a lot of us would have to do a lot of things that would make us uncomfortable. And that's giving up things that we still haven't even been able to do for ourselves. No one wants to give up their weave and their nails to not go to a salon that will beat your tail for looking at them sideways in your own community. Like, we have a lot of issues that we can handle. We can settle ourselves. We really can. If we can give out can of ass whooping to non-Blacks as quick as we give them to one another, then that's a start. If we had kept that energy from that day that that boy swam across the lake or the stream to get to
The Black
to be,
Torpedo.
thank you. You know, if we could keep that energy or revive it or refresh it in some way towards when injustice is put against us, no questions asked. We had a whole big debate, my husband and my kids. We were talking about something with camps and stuff because, you know, we're Israelites. So they were saying something about what happened with the camp that was attacked by the Palestinian group that was protesting. And one of my sons was like, oh, well, I don't agree with the camp, so I couldn't support that. And my husband was like, no, at the end of the day, it's us Black regardless. It's us regardless first. Now, I don't care whether they right or wrong. I have to be that person that says, oh, you my people. I got to stand up. And that's something that, sadly, the idea of it gives conflict for children who've been educated by the oppressors in this country, who have society built into their DNA almost, that says this is how it should be, even though we don't live that type of righteous judgment that exists for others, even though we don't experience it ourselves. We spearhead the idea of it. And that's great that we can spearhead the idea, but we have to spearhead it from inside and actually give out the actual physical work to get it done. Like you said, we can talk about all of the distractions they put on the television and the computer and all this, kiki, parties, clubs, rubbing everything. But we can't discuss business. We can't discuss starting a whole situation that has to do with just Black people. That's a bad word. To even say it, people go, oh, you're excluding. No, yes, there's nothing wrong with it. Because whether white people say it or not, we have been excluded. There's exclusion to the point where you just had to get a bill so that we could walk around with our hair in its natural state. I don't understand how people think that we're in a good position here or anywhere for that matter.
And so, it's not enforced. It's not enforced either, by the way.
Wow. It's frustrating. So yeah, I just, that's for me. I know that I have to look towards something else, because if I put my hope in our people getting the clue and saying that it's Black first, I don't have a lot of hope. I'm gonna tell you that. I really don't. I believe in the Most High. That's it. And it'll come out and it'll work out. And a lot of people gonna lose their lives, because if you're waiting for us to start feeling like we love us, and that means even if we are the crackhead on the street or the homeless man or the homeless woman or whomever that happens to look like us, then it's not gonna happen. Because we can't get past all the stuff that's been put into our heads about us.
Right. But you know, that's Negro politics, you know what I'm saying? That's what we and that's my point. We wonder why we still in the same situation. Mitchell says sexual access don't equal social equality. We will always be undermined by the mulatto class. We don't want to give up the present comforts for future liberation.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, because it doesn't matter how many black people got to be slaughtered for us to have stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we don't look at it that way, as if it's black people being slaughtered, but that's what it takes for all of this stuff to survive. And at the end of the day, you know, like I said, that's why you got young people being sent to Israel to go work on somebody else's agriculture when black people is dying of famine all over the world.
The idea of it, and the fact that just a year ago or two, weren't they talking about, the right to the brown workers here, and we can sit back and look at that and not see the juxtaposing of the situations. That's the modern day slave ship. That's the Jesus Christ Pinta. The fact that that's crazy.
And you know what else? And it may be not you, it may be you, but your children is probably gonna have to watch out for Ukrainian police officers pulling them over.
Wow. You know, what? Yeah. The reality of it is really frustrating, and I honestly, like you said, this politics, this black politics, I say abolish it. I would say that the only way to fix it is to tear the whole thing down.
Yeah,
because it's not like it's serving us. It's not serving us. None of the politicians are serving us. None of these groups are serving us. And so for that reason, I mean, I say divest, don't participate, but that's just me. People feel like they can do something to make a difference, but then you have to get the numbers behind it. And I don't know, people don't seem to be interested in getting behind making change for the long haul. It's right now, it's my pocket, it's the bag, it's my trip, it's my whatever, and nothing of any substance. So, I mean, I gotta just hope in the Most High.
Yeah, we're doomed.
Yeah, right.
We might be doomed. Like that. Like when I see brothers like that brother earlier, that's the one reason I showed it, because like that pissed me off the most. And like to me, that is cooning. And then we would give a pass for certain cooning, but not others, you know. But we don't even want to recognize reality. But all right, so let's do this. We could finish it then, right? And then I'm like, because I also meant to ask you about that MLK thing, you know. But so like the wild animals, you saw that, right? The animals run away from them. So animals is not going to be like, okay, let's giraffes, lions, deer, wildebeest. Let's form a coalition of animals of forest that we're gonna call ourselves AOF, animals of forest, and we're gonna drive these humans up out of here. They're still the same ones. They're not. A deer is not going to go into a lion's den and be like animals of color. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. And the funny thing is, animals have common sense to recognize self-preservation as paramount. And in addition to that, when they do have revenge in mind, they seek it out and they achieve it. I watched an elephant go back to one of the people who was treating it horribly and kick major elephant kicking ass, and it was deserved. But you can't get us to do that. We'll go and we understand where you. That's like with that video you showed earlier with the mother with the cop who was being tried, or she was being tried in the court, and they were talking about being seen, right? And the case had been pushed back earlier in the video. And I was thinking, I hope she doesn't say she forgives. I hope she doesn't say she wants to hear her. Like I'm glad she didn't, because the fact that she mentioned that till this day, her grandkids are still impacted desperately by the fact that their mother is gone, that you've done something heinous and it doesn't get to be pushed under the rug. You need to pay to the full out extent. That is what we need to have. That kind of righteous judgment, desire seeking, that needs to happen. And it's sad. It will take people to be hurt personally on an individual level for us all to have that energy. And for some of them, they still wouldn't have that energy. So I just, animals have the right idea. They know when you see a predator, and the biggest predator is a human, run, leave, or attack, and know that this is the last fight. But black humans don't get the clue, because other people do. You see, the Palestinians was throwing rocks for years. Right. They was fighting knowing they couldn't win for years. So the idea that this whole debate that I don't even give any energy to be honest with you, I don't know, but I don't even look at it anymore because it's not my concern. Not when I can still see that we are oppressed right here, and all I got to do is go into 45 minutes into the city and see my people walking up and down streets crazy, literally and figuratively. And I have to try to give a little bit of food, whatever I can. Like that's that, and there's agencies and there's projects and there's programs and there's all this other stuff that's supposed to benefit the disadvantaged, but my disadvantaged people don't get it. It's not working for us. So yeah, the politics can go. The politics can go.
You know, I knew when we was doing right. One day I was watching outside, right, and it was a bird's nest like a couple years ago. And my dog went over there, and the dog and the bird didn't be like, oh well, the dog has like paws or it has like teeth. It straight went down and attacked my dog because it got too close to its edge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I saw we ain't do that, you know what I'm saying? When we like, yo, like here, have my children, please accept me and my children and educate us. That's when we was like already doing, because a bird, that means a bird has more common sense not to let a dog get near its children, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever you call baby birds, you know.
Yeah, little chicks or whatever. But you're right. It's sad. It's sad that it's just we've been neutered. Our people, they're just gilded horses. We've been neutered, and there's nothing that will sink through that. Oh, it's that whole dream. We're still believing the dream, even though every day the dream is getting chiseled away. You know, you got more and more people living in their vehicles, more and more people shelters. It's just a lot of breakdown and then they'll say that it's just societally. But if societally we're at the very bottom, then we're getting it the worst. Even if we're one of the individuals who have a comfortable, so-called comfortable existence, if you can be comfortably oppressed.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
we're trying to get comfort. Like there's a one law: comfort, equality, or freedom, and we fighting for comfort. I think, you know.
Yeah.
But let me play this right, because all right. So the animals being smarter than us, you know. So they're talking about it.
Like a specific demographic of people. I personally
so they know they know crackers and stuff, because like we went along thousands of years not extincting animals without some natural causes. Like we just wasn't just smoking animals for the love of killing animals, just killing, you know what I'm saying? Like if it did, it had to, because we was hungry, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, you know.
But when you got bloodthirsty individuals, sometimes a lot of the stuff that you've brought out on your show or on your segment here about what was done to us, what's the justification for eating us? It's one thing to oppress us. It's another thing to enslave us. But why would you eat when you got food, when we're working and we're picking your food? What would be the point of that?
One time a comedian made a joke, right? They was like, white people is like so stupid, right? Because they was like fish and berries and everywhere, and they was like starving, like literally eating each other, you know what I'm saying? And then like the Indians came over, like, yo, what the hell are you doing eating each other? It's like fish and berries and stuff around, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, they got like, genocided because of it. Like, we continue to be genocided. But animals know this and they run, but we know this and we like fight to be a part of it, like, or be accepted. But I don't know if we want to be a part of it, but be like validated.
Definitely.
By it.
Oh no, that the ultimate. Explain then, if that's not about wanting to be a part of it, explain then why do we see a rise and increase in both Black females and males marrying outside of their own group? That's the ultimate in being a part of it. I mean, it's one thing to say you want money, and some of them have money, some don't. It is a neighborhood, a school system, but and as you know, we have our own school system still. We have our own neighborhoods. They're not the best, but we could make them as good as we could, despite whatever, and we do, right? So all of that is one thing. We literally want to be included. We want to be a part of it. You got groups of Black people that say, "Oh, this is my country." Really, really. How? Why? The country is drenched in our blood. I don't know that's the thing you want to be connected to. But they feel that way. And so as long as we have this dissected sectioning of ourselves, we're always going to be pulled in every direction. And not everybody's going to realize, hold on, I need to worry about the fact that I'm Black. I need to worry about the fact that I'm Black here. Yeah, I know. So, but I don't want to chat off your ear. I'll do that all night. You know me. So
You good. No, because it's like instead of saying it's my, even if you say this is my land, that's better than saying this is my country, because it is not.
Right.
You should want the destruction of it, in fact, because it can only survive off of your blood. It runs off of your blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, yo, like, even if you get to like, yo, the mentality is like, yo, white tears sustain me living. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need white tears or white blood to keep living. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's extreme. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go.
I'm laughing because that's exactly what's the opposite of what this. No one sees that that's what is the lifeblood of this place. We can say it's something different, but have we had 1 year where we weren't dying in large groups? Not 1 year that there hasn't been something that had to do with, oh, Black person. No, but whenever it happens, we just go, oh, well, they did this and they did that. If they'd only done this, if they don't, no. But there are other groups that can say that there's not large groups of their group being killed unjustly, whether justification or not. I would like for our people to, okay, even if we are wrong and savage and whatever they say, make it to a courthouse. Can we make it to an actual police station safely and get a trial safely, and then actually get something just done in a trial, a courtroom? But we don't even get that far. Men, women, and children don't even get that far in this country that we love with our souls, which is sick. It's sick. But most of us can't afford, myself included, to just pack up and go. But believe you me, if they ever have that conversation about this reparation, they say, we will give you, you're going to sell Black, we'll give you whatever some number of money to leave. Bye. Bye.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I feel you. And but you know, one thing I want to, no matter where we go, like if every Black person like went to Africa tomorrow, and like I think in like for a couple of days, but within 5 years, they're going to be back over there to repeat the cycle again, trying to kidnap somebody or trying to at least trying to come over there and blend in the culture and be like, let me teach you this, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely would be back there, but hopefully some of this would have worn off or just bled out of our generation, died off or something. When we get the clue and we're like, hold on, we got to be like that giraffe down the hill. He wouldn't let this happen. You know?
Yo, I gotta play that one more time. The giraffe. Yo, the hyena dropped, or whatever, the bobcat, hyena, whatever, dropped his food and ran. I ain't never seen a wild animal drop their food and run.
He said it's Jason Voorhees.
Giraffe, like the other giraffes took off too. Yo, this thing, it looked like a bobcat. It dropped the food right there and ran.
Wow.
That's crazy. And we like, yo, they understand what's up.
Yep. We don't blame them. We know. There's no bottom.
I ain't never seen a hyena run so fast in my life. Not even from a pack of lions. But they ran from white people.
Yep.
This one like, oh hell no, it's worse than the damn lion. I'd rather run to the lion. Yo, that was out. Look at all of them. Every deer, every one of them.
That's something should be learned from that. They should show that in school for kids to get the clue.
Yo, let me show you. Yo, watch this, right? And of course, damn. Yeah, they definitely should show that, because animals understand better than we do.
The lady that went viral,
let me see.
South Africa.
What these Black African Americans are doing is the white farmers, like
she's talking about South Africans when she say Black African Americans.
3,000 upwards a year. Because why? Because they are greedy and because they can, I guess.
Spreading propaganda about South Africa, how Black
5 animals on my list that I want to shoot. I just haven't seen anything and the weather's been bad. So tomorrow is our last day and I feel like I might be a little screwed. I know what I shoot was going to be kept a secret, but at this point, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it happen. So I'll just let you know what was on the rest of my list. I wanted to shoot a black wildebeest, a ostrich, a leechway, a warthog, a kudu. I'd still shoot another kudu.
Yeah, and by the way, that might be like it's a conspiracy. When she said the first thing I wanted to shoot, and the first words out of her mouth was black.
Black. Yep.
Yo, listen.
She Freudian slip. She know what she want. That's the substitute.
Yeah. A black wildebeest.
Mm-hmm. God. She couldn't even pronounce one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yo, listen, she could be like, the first thing I wanted to shoot was a black.
A little screwed. I know what I shoot was going to be kept a secret, but at this point, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it happen. So I'll just let you know what was on the rest of my list. I wanted to shoot a black wildebeest, a ostrich, a leechway, a warthog, a kudu. I'd still shoot another kudu if it came out. I'm pretty positive my
It's white
kudu's dead
politics,
somewhere.
yo.
We just can't find them, especially with the rain. Can't find any tracks or blood anymore. So tomorrow we are flying a drone. I also believe my mom and I are gonna sit separate tomorrow since our last day, so she can hopefully get her buffalo and I can
She can
shoot
get her
what,
buffalo.
5 animals in one day. Wow, my hair looks like it's been a long day.
Yo, you see how psychopathic that is? Talking about killing. Oh yeah,
That
my
is.
hair is
Back
crazy.
in my mom's room because
Wow, she's sexist, sister.
bathtub in my room. I do have an outside shower though.
I'm talking about taking a bath. She probably got to worry about that once off all vacation. How depending how long they've been down there.
Honey.
I'm getting ready to take a bath in my mom's room because I don't
When,
have a
man?
bathtub in my room. I do have an outside shower though. Am I talking too much? Nah. But you know, it is what it is. I'm just saying, if a giraffe walks out the last day, I'm
First
shooting
thing-
it. Now, you want to know why? Let me just tell you something real quick. There's no animal here that's going extinct. Elephants, they're so overpopulated. Zebras, they're so overpopulated. Everything, nothing's going. I don't know why the media says this. So I come here and I'm like, where do I look? There's so many animals.
An American secret.
Where do I look? Where there's so many animals? This all the pictures that she got killing stuff.
Wow,
That's the stuff that everything that she named ran was running in that picture.
Whether it's
And look, and this is not the only animals that they hunt. You know what I'm
And
saying?
pay the owners of these national parks whatever it is that they are charging, so they
The
can
owners to charge them,
effectively,
right?
conveniently, peacefully hunt down these animals and unalive them.
white African Americans are using their land for
White
profit
African
and bringing
Americans.
money in. Whether it's
She said white African Americans.
white
This is a type.
African
It's just a
Americans
phrase.
are
They don't
using
mean anything more than anything else.
land for profit and bringing money in, whether it's safari hunting, livestock, or crop.
However, to shoot an African animal, you have to book through someone. That means I'm how they make their living. I'm not ashamed whatsoever. You can call me a killer. I am. I prefer harvest, though. Trophy.
Yo, this goes on and on, right? Because you know, she's just a regular.
That we eat.
Psychopath.
People who have the
And she
That's
probably
like-
goes off to work just when she gets back to work. Hi, it's Katie. How are you? Psychopath. I mean, that's crazy. And the idea that she just wants to shoot things, it's not because you're going to eat this animal. It's not because you're being threatened. It's because you've got a gun and you have the advantage. And that right there explains the same situation we have right here. Because how many times I watched a video just recently and she just tased the man in the back because he said, "Oh, I have a gun. I didn't even touch it." And she goes and just tases him. And it's like, why? Because I can. Because I can. They want to do wickedness because they can. And that right there should make us have enough of an idea that that's threatening, that you're being threatened. But I mean, there's the only thing that feels threatened most of the time is looking at each other because we're scary, I guess. I don't know what the heck.
Yeah. He said she's probably a teacher. And she probably
You know, probably, which is even scarier. Because you know that comes across. That fact that she had that statement about the black, that pause wasn't for nothing. She would love to be able to be like in The Purge and go and shoot up some Negroes. For real. If she could.
Yeah.
With no punishment, most definitely.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like yo, it didn't like it's nothing. Like yo, my hair is messed up. Oh yeah, I want to
Yeah.
shoot a black wildebeest.
Right.
All right.
Oh
Uh,
goodness.
yeah, Roz said they've been begging for reparations since the '60s. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when we start getting out of Negro politics and understanding that
Mhm.
it's only one answer. Now, my thing is, I have the answer for the animals. If only the giraffes would go to the hippopotamus and they go to the crocodiles and then they go to the, you know what I'm saying, lions and, you know what I'm saying, they go to the hyenas and they go to the wildebeest and make a coalition. Like, do you think that would happen, Shanique?
You know what? I don't think a coalition would happen. I think that a natural disaster would be the thing that would cause a great stampede. And if only the village that that woman was in was at the bottom of the canyon, that they were coming down. Because nothing would stop them from fleeing what they thought was impending doom and crushing them. Just every animal would just come careening down this hill and just totally destroy everything in its wake. That would be the only way. And sadly, I think that's what it's going to take for us. It's going to take an act of God for people of color, haha, black people, to get the clue that self-preservation is as simple as black and white. That's all.
Yeah, that's a fact though. Yo, I like that. He was like, yo, it's just coming down. You know, they just happen to run down the mountain. They're not gonna be like, oh, we're friends and we love each other or none of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, right? You know, because the shysters do try to, and a lot of them try to use Martin Luther King. But he got shot in the face. You know that, right? I don't want to get shot in the face, so I'm not gonna do what he did. But at the end of the day, you know, I feel like I'm bringing my people into a burning building. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to show this one last time because it's just Negro politics how we in a nutshell pretty much, you know.
One day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future. But I've had to analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say over the last few months. I've gone through a lot of soul-searching and agonizing moments. And I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead.
Now that dream has turned into a nightmare, right? Those friends, you know what I'm saying, have stabbed you in the back. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we are all we got. And you know what I'm saying, is if we realize it or not, because slavery is supposed to be perpetual. And I was talking about the will of the slave owners and that Negro mentality, that coon chip has been installed into us. So we designed to work this way, but it's just too many of us doing it. And sometimes it just pisses me off, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, we are doomed, you know what I'm saying?
As it should. I mean, we should all be really upset that others of us would sell ourselves out and themselves out for, I don't know, the scraps of patting on the head by the new massa. The idea that slavery, that will thing was a lot. That will thing was a lot because you think, okay, it's funny. I just read a book recently about it, and it was the same kind of premise. This woman goes into the future, right? She goes into the past, and she's keeps going back. She's tethered to these people or whatever, and she keeps going back, just being drawn there. And she's with some white kid, and as he grows up, he's a slave master, and he grows up, he's the son of a slave master, and she's expecting him to change. And the more he realizes that every time his life is threatened, she shows up, he brings her there again. And at the very end, he wanted to just do anything to keep her stuck there. Like it's like there is no redemption. This redemption we're expecting and wanting, I don't know if, I mean, what didn't Martin, was it Malcolm X say, are we going to sit and hold the door open for a whole bunch? And I know I'm just butchering this, but whatever. Whole bunch of snakes just expecting that one that's not going to bite you. Like, just understand what you're dealing with and live with that in mind. I think that we got to get that clue. But a lot of people are going to have to lose their lives before they get the clue that it's not sweet, and that we are separate, whether we want to call ourselves separate or not. We really are.
Yeah, that's the and like and before you had mentioned, and this is like basically because you guys summed up the point, because you was talking about, even when you mentioned like the boycotts and all of the stuff, like in Alabama, the bus boycott. If the mindset had to been to, instead of try to hurt them, as opposed to the mindset been try to build our own, right? As opposed to try to change them to do something different, then you have a whole different outtake, because you had enough industry right there to build your own company. But the point was to, it's Negro, like, no disrespect to that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to say that, but as far as being Negroes, we love it, which is fine to love things, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't love. I'm saying don't be controlled by that. And I don't think it's love. I think it's straight fear. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what it's based on. It's like, that's what Negro politics is based on. And Martin Luther King said it was a burning building. And like he said, he was like, yo, I have a dream one day that we would hold hands with little white boys and girls. And he was like, oh, damn, my dream was not. Oops, my bad.
Yeah. Made a mistake. And it's funny you say a burning building, because that's the same thing. But I think right now we're more like we're all in a giant prison. And instead of wanting to get out, we want to reform the prison.
Literally, we say prison reform, like, you know what I'm
right.
saying?
It's insane. It's insane. If you are innocent, and we are, our crime is being black, then we really need to just want to get out of the prison. And that's both financially, mentally, socially, that's all of it. I mean, we've proven, and whether they believe it or not, we've proven we can get along with anyone. We can be work for, work with anyone. That is not the issue. The issue is how people can feel like they have to oppress us at any and every cost. Just whatever. So yeah, at that point, you just want to say, hey, as a song, it says, "What, Earth is ghetto, I want to leave." I heard that and I was like, well, that's funny. This whole planet is full of folks that hate black people. And if we could just separate ourselves, we get the clue. And maybe it needs to be on a smaller level and just grow like a fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And let me say this before I give you your last words and we will close out. Right, I want to tell you, like before, a long time ago, I did a story about the crocodile and the alligator, right? And just real quick, like so they was like, they both was like, we was the dinosaurs. We was here for millions of years. You know what I'm saying? They was, alligators and crocodiles. But like the alligators always, or I think, yeah, it was the crocodiles. It was always be like, y'all, we're older than the alligators. You know what I'm saying? And we're better, we're stronger, we're faster. So they always separated themselves, right? But then one day, like a giant anaconda came into the environment, because even though they had whatever, you know what I'm saying, they still had the environment where they could get along. But then one day an anaconda came in there, and then the anaconda started eating up everything, right? And so some of them wanted the anaconda going, some of them didn't. Someone was like, oh, well, we all like reptilians, you know what I'm saying? Someone was like, yo, we got to side with the alligators. Someone was like, nah, forget the alligators, I'd rather die. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, just to sum up the story, because it's like, you can look it up, you know what I'm saying? Like that at the end of the day, that the snake, you know what I'm saying, did what it had to do to be a snake, you know what I'm saying? But the alligators and the crocodiles couldn't put aside their differences to maintain their ecosystem, even though they're the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was both the dinosaurs, but today the only way that they live together is in Florida in a cohabitate. If you look it up, it's true. Like, the only way that they live together is in Florida right now, because they're endangered species, you know what I'm saying? So like they didn't realize that the snake was not the same thing as a crocodile. Someone was like, we're all reptilians, we're all reptiles. You know what I'm saying?
Who made the classification is probably the better question.
That the wildebeest made the classification.
Right.
But
goodness.
well, anyway, yo. So, but yeah, that's just that's a part of our politics, because we'll fight over everything and won't understand that our doom is at stake and we'll be an endangered species if we don't recognize the snake is a damn snake. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But,
absolutely.
But yeah, so yeah, go ahead. You know, with your anything you want to say, your last thing. I'm glad you came on here. It's been a minute. I thought y'all was kind of mad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, please! I still listen. Every time I catch a one of the lives, I'm like, oh, I'm listening, but I just was like, let me just kind of be quiet. I tend to be chatty, so I'm like, hold up. Plus, you know, I mean, I want to hear what you're saying and get all of what, because there's so much you've put me onto that I wasn't aware of. And for me, I have, like I said, I've got my own mindset on what's gonna solve what, and it's most high based, right? Which isn't what your point of the conversation is on when you're doing your live. So that's why I'm like, I'm just listening. But don't think I'm not there. I'm there.
Right, definitely.
For this,
for sure.
I think that it's funny because there seems to be almost like there's no solution, but there is a solution. It just will not come without, you know, there will be pain, there will be blood. Like that's where the solution is going to happen, because we are being oppressed. And I don't think that the mental oppression is getting through, that's what it is. People have become so comfortable in this is society and this is the world, and yeah, this is wrong and that's wrong, that we don't recognize. So the Negro politics is just their way of dealing with the fact that this oppression to them almost seems, like you said, it's almost perpetual. It just is the way it is. It is what it is. That's where I think that a lot of them, so they're finding their niche within this system that is backwards and upside down and not just, and they're making their way on an individual level. But for the collective, for all of us, they can't seem to get that established. And so for that reason, I say I would call for us all to just divest from the politics. What do they do? There was a movie some years ago said A Day Without a Mexican. And they were talking all the stuff about Mexicans. And after that movie was supposed to come out, and it did come out, people started changing, and this was white people, started changing some of their rhetoric that they spoke out. Now it's come back, but they changed it. So my question is, even though they're bringing in all kinds of people to kind of take up the slack of, oh, we're tired of our Negroes, although never, ever will they be tired of the children of God. Okay, the Most High Yah's children are the reason that this place even exists. So they can't be tired of us. That's the very reason why we have to be here. They have to find a way to tether us. And so that's why all of these distractions exist. And that's why everyone is so caught up in, why entertain us? Why do any of these things? If you hate us so much, why allow any of it? Because we know that it's not allowed. Certain things are not allowed and they get quashed. Because I can tell you that from rap. There was a conscious rap when I came up that talked about revolution, and it got quashed. And now we clapping the cheeks and talking about coochie and penis and all of that. And our minds are warped if we allow them to listen to it. That's what's going on, because it's allowed. So we need to recognize that the society that we are in only wishes our demise. So we need to divest from it. And that means only interact with your own people that you have to. And that doesn't mean you can't be selective. Not everybody, just because they look like you, is good. It just means that you need to recognize that, keep yourself as closely to the things that actually have to do with you in the paramount position. And I think that was coming up. And that's why the small hat people are saying, oh, why aren't you speaking out? Who cares? You don't need us. Speak out for yourselves. You didn't need us to go kill off Palestinians. No, right? You need us to occupy this land? Well, actually, they kind of did. I recall watching something where a man was saying that it took a black man, or a very light black man, but a black man, to go and speak on their behalf at the UN back then. So, I mean, we're needed for so many reasons. If we just stop participating, it's like two people can't argue if one of them just stops talking. So we need to stop. There's nothing wrong with only buying from black businesses. There's nothing wrong with only making your own food. There's nothing wrong with all of these things, but it just takes so much work. And we have become fat and lazy, physically and mentally and spiritually. We are really comfy in this jail cell that we're in. And so for me, the politics, it doesn't matter. I see it and I cry and chuckle at the same time, because it's disgusting and it's sad, but it continues because people keep participating in it. Our people are going to go down there and probably put that senile man back into office if they could. I mean, so yeah, I just feel like we need to not participate on so many levels, and to participate and put our energy into us. Not just because they're allowed to do it in certain towns or certain places, but actually stand up, get together, and participate in us, not within the system. People will say, you have to work within the system. No, we don't. We don't, because I don't think that any other group of people works within the system to get it done. They start to make the ruckus that we make, or we make for them, and then they make appeasements within the system to make them calm down. So we need to just say, freak it. No more of the participating in, but it requires us all to do it on social media and all the other things. It requires people putting themselves in places and positions that are not safe, because it won't be. It won't be safe for that individual that's speaking out. It won't be accepted. But again, there will have to be blood. There will have to be loss of life, because that's what it was to get to where we are now. Even then, it was a sacrifice. And the sacrifice was us dying, us giving our blood so that they could have the position that they have now, which is not better for us. It's just different. To that, I yield.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. I agree with what you're saying. And at the end of the day, like, there is one answer, and probably only one answer. And I'm not gonna say it like raw. You could put it in the thing, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. We not on that level of mindset of reality is reality. Like, animals are living reality. You know what I'm saying? We live in a fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Where you'd be like, oh, I'm not black. I'm everything but black. I'm not black. I'm multiracial or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll try to be everything because that's a part of Negro politics. But the people like that will never understand that is a part of Negro politics. That's why you don't get sucked up into stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? All you could do is, like, you know what I'm saying, like, do what you have to do, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna stop saying this people of color stuff. We're gonna stop saying this friends stuff, because we all we got at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is though. But yeah, I appreciate you, Shanique. I appreciate you for coming on. Everything good with you and Everett, right?
Yeah, we good. Yeah, he's working a lot lately, but you know, he wants us to be able to leave here and go to Costa Rica. His family has land and a home there, and he just wants to be able to be done with it, because this is not it. And not to say it's going to be so much better anywhere else, because globally Black people are treated with oppression, but there is something that feels different when you're more concerned with the land and you can just be. And I think that's all Black people want. We just want to be, and I'm willing to just, you know, fight animals as opposed to having to fight people every single day just to be. So
yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you letting me on and you know, speak my mind. It was really enlightening to hear some of what you were talking about, because I honestly I don't hear it all, and I had no clue. And then that guy, oh my God, I don't want to talk about it. It's just sad where we are. You know, it's reality. It's a reality check.
It's too many weak Black men, you know what I'm saying, and it's just this is why we are in the situation that we in. All right. And look, I'm about to get off of here. This dude, in the chat right here, he want to come on here. He gonna try to turn the conversation into something else. But we've been on here for 3 hours and we're not going to go left. You know what I'm saying? But I mentioned the mulatto thing, and I will let him come on and talk about the mulatto thing if he wants to. But I'm not gonna be on here for long because I've been on here for too long. So I'll let him on here. All right, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's up, cuzzy?
What's going on, bro?
Nah, so what y'all talking about?
So you don't know what we talking about?
Nah, like I just kind of, I don't know. I seen your video.
Well, you kind of fitting in the topic right now because that's what Negro politics do. They don't know what they talk about and try to jump in there and not know what they're talking about. So, you know,
Kind of want to be part.
Yeah, you kind of fit the topic anyway. So I appreciate your contribution, my brother.
I don't know about that brother thing, but you could say my guy. I don't know about brother because we ain't no damn brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you in black spaces if you're not? Why are you in this space? I'm sure Deb has a live somewhere.
I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, y'all be entertaining me sometimes. Like I'll be really depressed and sad down watch like one of these videos and I'll be laughing like, yo, these people really
but no, this is the sad part though, because this is why I don't try to make fun of you or say nothing really like that, because I do feel bad because I do think that you like been through a lot of stuff. That's why you coming, because a lot of this stuff comes out of trauma and all that stuff. That's why,
bro, you don't even show your face, bro. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know where.
No, you told me this though. You told me this though.
So what's your issue?
No,
because he has family issues.
No, it ain't nothing like that. It's just that you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know, y'all be like just talking about shit that don't matter in the long run, man. Like
but it does matter.
No,
it does matter.
Doesn't. Live your.
It totally matters.
Life.
It doesn't matter to you because you're in a situation.
Being pro.
You're in a situation where you're strained.
Look. Let me be respectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I made my whole video on forecast and brother Bakari and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You have issues, my brother.
Like, look. No, stop with the brother shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck about that, my nigga. Word of bro.
This is what I'm saying. You have issues mentally. Look. This is a problem.
Shut the fuck. Look, my nigga.
This is why I don't have a
bro.
I know it's hurting your feelings.
Nigga. Can I talk, nigga?
This is
why. Can I talk, nigga? Can I talk? Nigga. All right. Here's my thing. Here's my thing, yo. Here's my fucking word of bro. Look. Have y'all seen The Godfather of Harlem?
Have we seen The Godfather of Harlem?
Yeah, with Forrest Whitaker, where he plays Bumpy Johnson. There's a scene in there. There's a scene in there where Bumpy Johnson, he talking to the police captain. You know what I'm saying? They talking about the sale of drugs. And, you know, he basically like, look, man, like the sale of drugs, like drugs and drug addiction, that's going to be around long after you and I are gone. And it's the same with racial issues, man. This whole shit where y'all trying to make Wakanda and stop racism and all that shit, it's not going to fucking work, man. Like, especially in this country, monoracial people like black and white people are dying out. It's going to be mostly mixed people at some point in this country and Hispanics. So this whole shit where y'all trying to build Wakanda, if y'all really want to do that, just go
think
to
about
Africa.
it. Think about what
Just
you're
go to
saying, right?
Africa
If black people die out,
Africa, just go to Africa. Go to
if black
Africa
people
and do
did
that
die
shit.
out, you
In
know
this
there couldn't be
country,
no more
in
mulatto
this
people that be existed. If black people
in
died
this
out, you
country,
wouldn't. Listen,
listen, gang, listen to me, gang. In this country, it's gonna be mostly mixed people at some point, non-fully black people. So this whole shit where y'all trying to make Wakanda in America is not gonna fucking work. That's what y'all don't
Where did you
understand.
ascertain that? Where did you get that from what we said?
From how y'all be acting. Y'all be in these chat rooms like literally acting like it's like an all-out war against y'all. Y'all just got it so bad. All this shit is gone. Like fam.
You have it worse.
We do not live forever. Thinking about race constantly and about my people.
Like
this whole shit like my people and black. No.
This is why I'm not trying to be
Don't
mean
listen to
to
that
him.
nigga. Look. I'm telling you.
I seen you,
right
bro.
now, fam. Right now, fam. This whole shit where you thinking about race 24/7, black this, like, you know what I'm saying, and oppression, fam. Like, how does that not make you fucking miserable, bro?
No one's
Like,
miserable.
But no, time out, Shanique. Time out. Hold on, watch this.
How y'all get up in the morning
But you just said I was listening to this because I was depressed, and what you're calling other people miserable.
Nah, because some of this shit is
so
fucking
not
funny,
thinking
but
about it
I'm
makes you
serious.
depressed.
I'm just like, gang.
Think
Like,
about what
I'm
you
just
what
being
you say,
honest, bro.
and you're not
I'm
good
being
at
honest. I'm being honest, bro.
problem,
Most people in general
you
is
have
not.
a mental
Look,
issue, brother. This is a serious thing because this is a problem in our community.
Stop.
No, you have something
Stop
happen with your
this whole
family.
Wakanda
Seriously,
forever shit,
something
bro.
happened in your
Stop
family.
with the Wakanda forever
and now
shit,
you
bro.
have a problem
Stop with the
with
Wakanda forever shit, fam.
and now you have a
This
problem
whole
with like black people as a whole. And this is a problem because somebody sent me a video about a young kid, a young brother who had a problem with his moms and stuff, and who was and so you have a lot of black people who have like because he thinks he's not talking Negro politics, like what he said hasn't been repeated for hundreds of years and is somehow new, but he's too young to understand that. But it's your
nigga, I know everything that you know, nigga.
brother.
That I've done the research, bro. I used to be a pro-black person, but I'm telling you right now, we don't fucking live forever. So this whole shit where y'all sitting around each day talking about black this, white that, fam. Judge people for the content of their character, fam, and live your own life. Live your own, fam. Go out and touch some fucking grass, my nigga. Like like. Fam, this whole shit where you thinking about my people this, my people that is fucking pointless, bro. You're not going to get anywhere. 30 years from now, these same problems is going to exist. You're not going to do anything by getting in these chat rooms talking about the same shit over and over, fam. That's not fucking it. What you could be doing is teaching niggas how to get some fucking money. That's what fucking matters. Where am I dead? We live
fiat currency. He's sitting here touting get money. Are you serious? You're running out of space to write on your body. Are you serious? Get money? That's your whole statement? Is that the information you come to interject into the chat? That's sad. That's sad. It's been wonderful forecast. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's so much better than talking to this young man.
You know what? Yeah, suck my dick.
Thank you, Shanique. I'm about to get off of here in a minute because it's been 3 hours. He ran, so Shanique, you can come back on here. He ran off here, but don't let it because it's not even funny because this is a serious problem that he has because he has like family and mental issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's nothing to be made fun. I'm not trying to be mean or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he really like he's a black person who thinks he's like not black and saying all the stuff that contradicts what he believes, but like that's why it's like it's just it goes left of hand. But it comes from like really family trauma. That's why like that's a serious problem within our community. It's like the family trauma stuff, and like because if you ask them like if I asked him how does he feel about certain family members, he told me before, this is how I know this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, it's a deflect. He's a young person, you know what I'm saying? And you can't really like, it's not that I'm trying to save him or nothing like that, because you got to realize it for itself. You know what I'm saying? But it's really true that this is a serious issue. That's why I would let you come on here if you want to have your own like kind of live, you know what I'm saying? Like, and get whatever you want out, you know what I'm saying? I know you think that you're like multiracial or whatever. All right, I'll let you come on here.
Bro,
we about to get off here. Hold on, time out. We about to get off here, so I'm gonna let you say what you want to say.
But bro, you
hold
just
on, time out. I'm gonna let you say what you want to say.
Bro,
but we gonna get off here soon.
Bro, I don't care about no fucking feelings. I don't give a fuck what you think about me, bro. You a goofy that doesn't show your fucking face. You're an idiot. You're a pro-black idiot. All of you are a bunch of fucking clowns, bro.
The thing is,
it's a fucking circus.
That's how you know that, though.
You could go fuck yourself. You know what? This is gonna be a last time. No, nigga. This is the last time I ever go speak to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave you and your Wakanda and pro-whack shit in peace. But nigga, you don't fucking know me. You don't even know that if you ever knew how me and my niggas get down, you wouldn't even know, my nigga. You wouldn't even know I'm a dangerous nigga, bro. Do you know what I could do? Bro, do you know what I could do to people? Do you know what do you know what my niggas do to people, bro?
But that's not a good thing, though. That's not nothing to brag about. That's why,
bro. I don't give. Look. I'm gonna let you
understand that.
I'm gonna let you in Wakanda and be in peace. But I'm just letting you know, ain't shit wrong. Ain't shit wrong with me or different than the
You
rest of
have
y'all.
family. You
You know,
have
ain't
family
shit
issues,
different
though.
for me mentally or whatever fuck than the rest of y'all. If you want to call me crazy, fine. But I
I'm
look
not
at the
calling you
rest of
crazy.
you
I'm not
crazy.
calling you
Y'all
crazy.
sit around thinking
You're
about
not
black
crazy.
all
You
day
have
and
been
treating
something has
treating
happened to
people.
you.
And no, bro.
Young
You
brother,
sit
something has
and
happened to
first
you,
of all,
and
you
you
don't
have
even show
an
your face,
issue.
bro. No one knows what the fuck you look like. That's first of all. Second of all, you sit all day obsessing about race. This is what you people get online and do. Race this, race that, black this, black that. That ain't fucking crazy, doing the same thing over and over again. So I'm gonna put like this, bro. I don't give a fuck about feelings. I don't give a fuck about none of this. Young man, that I don't give a fuck about none of
No,
that, bro.
young
I don't
brother,
give a
when
fuck about
people
no
say they
black
don't
codes.
care
I
about
don't give a fuck
something, they
about black
usually
this.
care
My
about
brother,
that,
you
though,
not my
bro.
fucking brother, bro. You not my
I
fucking brother.
understand
I
that,
don't
young
fucking
brother.
know you. You a fucking goofy. You make a whole bunch of assumptions, but in real life, my nigga, you don't fucking know me. You know what I'm saying?
But
You
think
a
about
bitch. No, yeah, no.
why
Here's
would
how
you
I'm
come
gonna
on
leave it. Here's
somebody's
I'm not
channel and
listening.
just
I'm not
why would you
listening to you,
come
bro.
on my
Here's how
but you would
I'm
come
gonna
on the
leave.
channel with
Here's
somebody
how I'm
that would
go.
make
No,
you
bro. I'm
like
not listening to
you know
you,
the line with
bro.
Dr.
I'm not
James, like
listening,
I
bro,
thought I
bro,
was a mark
bro,
because I
bro. I'm
used to
gonna leave
hang
you alone, bro. I'm
easy.
gonna leave you alone. But I just want to say this.
I
Fuck
that's
you.
what girls
Fuck
say
you.
though,
No,
bro.
bro.
Like, oh,
No,
I'm gonna
nigga,
stop,
nigga, nigga,
but
nigga,
let me
nigga,
say this
nigga, nigga,
thing.
nigga. I'm
It's
just
your
gonna say
turn.
this. Fuck
Young brother,
you.
you are
Fuck you.
emotional.
Go fuck
It's
yourself, my
okay.
nigga. Suck dick. Fuck all of you niggas. Word of bro. Gangster.
That's not really that gangster though, young brother. That's what I'm saying. You have hurt issues, my brother. Like whatever happened to you with your family, I'm not trying to put you out there because I don't know what happened to you, but I know something real bad happened to you because the way that you talk about your family, you know what I'm saying? Like, but young brother, like they told, because like they was right. Like the reason why you keep coming back is because you're reaching out and you're looking for help. And I'm not gonna like try to turn you away. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things you say doesn't really hurt my feelings or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, because even when you say these kind of things, you be like, oh, I'm not gonna come back, and then you this and you that, and then you on the person's thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be on somebody's thing who I think is whack or anything like that. It's like you reaching out for help, and I understand that. I'm not gonna turn you away. That would be like messed up. And I forgive you, young brother. You know what I'm saying? I know that you are lost in the game, and I don't blame you for the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's just you are hurt and reaching out for help. And you know what I'm saying? You're just young right now, so you don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, respond like come on, bro. Like listen, when you be like, oh, me and my boys have this and that, like, bro, like stop it. Like, come on, man. Like you're on the internet. You be like, I don't even know you, but me and my boys gonna do this. Come on, man. Like, why would I even like that's nothing to like brag on. And this is like how I want you to understand, like, this is somebody reaching out for help, you know what I'm saying? And you like I understand that people don't want to help people like that, but like Shanique said, hurt people. And she like she said, she praying for this young man. But you know, listen, young brother, this is why therapy is important in our community. And he thinks that's not a part of Negro politics, but that's a way deeper part of Negro politics than we ever could really get into. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a way deeper thing than we can get into, because now he's starting to get into like really the underside of, you know what I'm saying, other things. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, you could say that, my brother, but you know what I'm saying? The thing is, I wouldn't be somewhere trying to like talk to a coward though. You know what I'm saying? This is how I know that you're begging for help. And I understand, because like you look like, oh, well, the black people turned me away and they did this to me. And they probably did, because like, yeah, you be wilding out, brother. Like, and I can't get on Bakari and them who be like, oh, I'm turning away from the black from the youth. And I understand, like, it's people like him that need help, and nobody ever helped people like him. You know what I'm saying? That's why you be like, oh, you broke this fake, because a lot of people have been fake and they don't help like the youth and nothing like that. They don't give a damn what they're talking about. And like, I don't know this young brother, but I know that he is talking out of pain, and I ain't gonna like judge him. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It don't bother me or rub me the wrong way or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't gonna like block him. I ain't even like gonna mute him. You know what I'm saying? And I could have said a lot of mean things, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna do that, because you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna engage in that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, I appreciate y'all for listening. I know Raw probably left already, but shouts out to Raw. Shouts out to Shanique for coming in the building. And I understand Shanique left. RBG, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's the young brother who said he was, because the young brother last time he was on here talking about like I'm gonna kill myself and all of this other stuff. Like that's not a game. Like people like that. That's like people like make fun and be like, oh, I thought you said no. Like that's somebody really like hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be like I'm not human and I don't have issues or nothing like that either. So I'm not gonna like. You know what I'm saying? Judge them for that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human too, so I understand. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to Matron in the building. All of y'all probably left after that. So shouts out to Consider. Shouts out to my brother Black Megas was in the building. Bawana was in the building. Koku. Shouts out to Erica Howard. All of y'all too, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. Yeah, it's okay, young brother. You know what I'm saying? You'll find your way one day. You're going to look back. Like we told you before, you just ain't give it enough time. You're going to look back like, oh, all the stuff that... Because, like, we've been there and done that. That's the thing, like, the young people don't realize. But now that I'm older, I'm not going to drop the ball like Bakari and them did. I'm just joking, But anyway, I appreciate y'all for listening. And you know what? I'm going to let this be the last word. This black man have the last word, not this mulatto. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, by the way, I don't take back what I said about the mulattoes because he was like, oh, some of the mulattoes was your biggest. Mulattoes was, all them slave masters, they was talking mulatto. You know what I'm saying? Even, what's his name? Crispus Attucks. He was just sitting there cooning, trying to get along with his damn white side. You know what I'm saying? With the damn mulattoes and Haiti. But I ain't got no... It's the black people who are coons because they born out of self-hatred. It's the black people who I blame. But yeah, no. But let's talk about this black man. Malcolm X has the bad last words. No, brother. No gangster.
If democracy means equality, why don't we have equality? Who are you? You don't know?
You don't know.
Don't tell me Negro. That's nothing. What were you before the white man named you a Negro?
Don't tell me multiracial.
And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? What was your name? It couldn't have been Smith or Jones or Bunch or Powell. That wasn't your name. They don't have those kind of names where you and I came from. No, what was your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you as dumb?
Turn him to a Negro.
You are right now.
What did he do to you to turn you as dumb as you is?
Why? Because the white man knows you're more dangerous sober than you are drunk.
You hear that, young blood?
Yeah. You are more dangerous sober than you are drunk. He's not worrying about no dancing, singing, clowning Negro. He's worried about you when you stop dancing, when you stop singing, when you stop clowning and start thinking. Then he gets worried. And you should keep him worried. And now you know you need someone to teach you to
he stopped dancing. But it is what it is. I appreciate you. And listen, y'all, man. This is that serious, man. If you see a young black person like crying out for help, you know what I'm saying? Don't just like judge them or just throw them away or nothing like that. That's how we get the cycle of this. So I'm not even saying that you can save everybody, but like the younger they are, you know what I'm saying? Don't just neglect them. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least give them an ear, even if or opportunity, or if you can, you know what I'm saying? And use discernment, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying whatever, but don't just turn them away. Keep an open ear into like the young people when they screaming out for help, because like we are messed up mentally. We just talking about Negro politics, and that's the number one thing on Negro politics. Somebody in here who's hate that they're Negro, and they sit there and try to argue with you. This is Negro politics 101. But that happens because each generation don't reach back to the next generation and teach them, and they just distance themselves and just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't do that. When somebody's reaching out for help, the young brother is reaching out for help. Don't, and I'm not even trying to be funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's true, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, I don't know him like that. Don't get it twisted like I know him. But like just in his actions you can see. So like when you see somebody reaching out for help, just like, you know what I'm saying? Don't be cold-hearted, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, as always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything. Oh no, I seen him, RBG. He is a black dude. I literally seen him, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's black. He's blacker than, you know what I'm saying? I don't well, I know Anthony saw me, Black Mega saw me, Matron saw me, Cassandra saw me, all the people in the chat. He's blacker than me for the people who did see me. But anyway, as always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.